Hello and welcome back to another Let's Dig Up with Roll the Bones. I'm Mike and I'm joined, as always, by our now rather lucky players, Dom and Rob, aka Drast and Spit Take.
Why are we so lucky?
Yeah, what makes us so lucky?
You have survived thus far within the perils of White Plume Mountain, where your
skill.
Let me rephrase. I'm joined by my skilled players, Dom, Rob, aka Drast and Spit Take, who I ask, skilled or lucky, what happened previously on White Plume Mountain.
Spit Take and Drast took to interviewing a survivor, the sole survivor of our battle against the criminal
brigands.
knight, and the brigands. I can't remember. Oh wait, no, I think I did actually write his name down. Guile Lassette was his name.
That's the one.
And we razzled him for information about the waterway that was floating around. There's this floating river. And he didn't really give up much information, but Drast, with a very decent roll, kind of recalled the fact that, these guys were... We knew that they were wanted anyway, but Drast was able to recall the exact event that they took part in, which was like something of blood, the River of Blood, or the River of Blood.
Yes, you found out it was called the River of Blood, but you don't know exactly what went along with that name. But you're aware of the name.
Anyway, he kind of didn't really show any sign of remorse, nor was he that willing to help us, and he looked like he was going to run away. So Drast gave Spit Take the nudge, and Spit Take labelled him a tadpole because we'd fished him out of the water, and then he says that tadpoles don't do well in winter, and froze him to death with a blast of his ice breath.
That's right, yes.
He did. And then we made a raft out of ice also, I believe. Or did we just... No, we just found a boat.
Grabbed one from the side.
Yeah.
Oh, yes, there were rafts there, weren't there? Yes.
Yeah. And then after a little bit of wrangling, Drast managed to get on board, but Spit Take failed to, which is where his draconic abilities came into the fore, as it was discovered he had a swim speed.
Yes. He has one of his invocations is Aqua Affinity, Aquatic Adaptation, sorry, which allows him, to swim and fight as if normal, in the water. And that became very handy later on because we sought out this chamber down a pathway yet to be explored, still searching for more of these legendary weapons, where we came across a particular chamber that I think was titled the Inverted Ziggurat, and it was very much that, an inverted ziggurat that dipped down into the center of the room, and there was a spell on these containers that lined the ziggurat with all manner of creatures.
Yes.
There was, on the first level, there was sea lions. Oh no, there were crabs.
Hammer claws, yeah.
Hammer claws. And on the second level, there were scorpions.
Scorpos, yeah.
And on the third level, there were mermen. No, kelpies. No,
Scorpions. It was
sea
cats. Because we had a good time with them. Spit Take had been using his breath as a line weapon with ice, so it was like a harpoon underwater. But when we got to him, he'd burned some scorpions, so we took the meat and Drast had the great idea of spiking literally the meat with 8 caltrops, and so we lured him in to try and catch the sea cat, and he nommed his way into a caltrop. I went,
Yes.
yeah, that was it. Which is quite funny, and then we ended up having to hunt him down because he ran away from us.
He did, yes.
Or swam away from us, rather. And then the last thing we went up against was manticores. Spit Take dropped down and immediately got machine gunned through the chest by half a dozen spikes.
But he had a little trick up his sleeve, didn't he? That has been the calling card of Let's Dig Up so far. I think it's featured at least once a campaign.
Yeah, the ability to fascinate creatures, in this case, enthralling voice, was a great help.
And so we snuck past them.
We did. I should say, before we move on, in this area, Drast, you discovered your own catchphrase, because Spit Take has his catchphrase, which is hinges. Do you remember Do you remember what Drast's catchphrase is?
Hammer from the or to the. Depending on what the event was.
I only know this because we dropped the other one today, and that's the only reason I remember it. It's Skyhammer to the.
Oh, Skyhammer to the, of course.
So it's Skyhammer to the insert whatever it is, whatever
activity
situation you're in, yeah. And it really rolls off the tongue.
It really
does. It's a snappy catchphrase, which is why I can remember it so well.
Yes, naturally. And then we proceeded, once we'd fascinated the manticores.
We did, into the room beyond, which held a little halfling boy.
A little halfling boy!
In a big room, which he was being held captive.
Yeah,
but we didn't like this little boy, did we?
No, we didn't. And I was instantly suspicious because I was like, why is this prison so well, looked after? There were, cushions and...
A hookah pipe.
A hookah pipe,
A hookah pipe.
No, he was a right little scab, wasn't he?
He was. So we insisted he kicked the case-holding black razor.
Yes, the
across
sword
to us.
that we've been looking for. Yes.
Because I was worried that he was going to use it on us, but he didn't. In the end, tried to use it on us. I can't remember. He revealed himself in some manner as a ogre.
It's because
mage.
you went get him, Spit Take, and Spit Take did the ensnaring breath, which then forced him to reveal himself as an ogre mage, and he didn't even get the chance to effectively fight back because he was.
That's right.
He was whelmed.
We actually whelmed him, didn't we? Yeah. Actually smashed him to bits.
Which also managed to tick off one of the awakening, not rituals, that's not quite what they are, but requirements. Oh, it is a ritual.
It is a ritual.
For whelm.
Yes. And I'll come to that in a moment. But the two of you decided, actually, this was quite a nice room. You were going to spend the night, weren't you? And
we did.
You're going to rest for 8
whatever
hours.
time of day it is, we're going to rest.
Excellent. In that case, let's jump back. You make use of the plush furnishings to get sufficient rest. With the door closed, in the manticores beyond, you're fairly well protected. Do you take a watch?
Yeah, we probably should, right?
Spit Take will give a long yawn, but he'll get behind the big divan or sofa, whatever you want to call it, and he's gonna shove it as hard as he can against the door. And he will then say, "Just because we're on watch doesn't mean We can't be comfy.
A mighty fine point there, Spit Take. Mighty fine indeed.
I'll take the first look.
What?
Watch.
Quite right.
Watch what?
Out for trouble, Spit Take.
Oh yeah. He'll drag the cakes with black razor and sort of put it next to the sofa. In fact, and actually put it under the sofa, just so it's like in a secure position there as well. And he'll just like sit and sort of just hum to himself, I guess, whilst Drast gets his rest first.
Okay. So Spit Take, you rest up. Do you do anything, or is this sort of like the raw dogging trend of flying? You just do nothing, just...
Well, I believe to get the benefit of a rest, we do actually have to rest. So, other than just chilling, I think Spit Take will maybe he'll have a look at the sword if he's allowed to do that whilst resting, or at least on watch during his part of the.
Yeah, it's...
He'll look at the sword,
and yeah, the blade is unlike anything you've ever seen before. It's like it is the night, and it's just as if everywhere you move it, it captures a part of a night sky. It's never fixed, but you can see the darkness and the stars through it. And you remember what well, I don't know if you remember what Drast had remembered when he did a quick scan on it. It was that it was originally a living creature from a different dimension.
Oh yeah.
Well, we knew it had potentially sentience, but we definitely recalled that it was forged in a dying or dead multiverse. Yes. But Spit Take doesn't really. I mean, even if Drast had told him that, he doesn't really comprehend that, to be honest. Though he does, while he's not intelligent, he does have quite high wisdom. So he'll stare at it and just think to himself that he's never seen those stars before. As he looks at the blade with wonder, and that's all he'll do, really.
When you examine it, it's almost like you can hear a faint whisper in your ear. It doesn't seem to say anything yet, but it's like there's a very distant voice.
Speak up.
Just almost kind of suggesting there's something there.
Oh. I wish I could use you.
You remember as well that Drast found out the first of the rituals to gain power over this involved oils, and then a concentration battle of wills, so to speak. However, the failure in such a ritual could be catastrophic in a place like this.
I haven't got any oil anyway. Or concentration.
Something for the future.
Spit Take on the second, because somehow he has like an immaculate internal clock. The second that the rest is over, will be like standing next to Drast. How about Drast?
Everything okay there, Spit Take?
It's time for you to go on watch. Nothing happened other than the sword whispering.
The sword whispered to you?
Yeah.
What did it say?
It didn't really say anything, at least not that I could hear. It sounded like it was very far away.
Well, if it does start to say things to you, make sure you tell me. Don't listen to the sword now, will you?
No, I wouldn't listen to the sword.
That would be very silly, wouldn't it?
He'll then, like, without a further word, will just plonk himself down like a teddy bear and then sort of just, like, fall backwards. And in moments, he's fast asleep.
Okay.
Guess it's my turn to watch out then.
As he breathes, there's little puffs of flame that comes out as he snores.
Alternating fire and ice.
Yeah.
Nice. Drast, is there anything you wish to do on your watch?
Drast is gonna try and get the hookah working. Maybe have a snifter of hookah.
Let's see. I will say it. So long as you got a fire source, there's no magic involved with this. You just need to light it up, and off you go.
Yeah, I mean, I've got a flint and steel that I can light
This
a
thing
small
is as
fire
tall
with.
as you.
Great.
I mean, it's massive.
Well, I'll poke on it very gently then, won't I?
You indulge in the hookah. Such induced clarity. I will give you a chance. If you wish to catch up on any of the previous knowledge checks you failed on the previous day, I'll give you one more shot at them.
Oh.
So there's two of them. There was the River of Blood, and there was also Black Razor. You only got some of Black Razor's knowledge, and you only remembered some of the River of Blood incident.
Well, I feel like the Black Razor is more useful, really.
I'll tell you now, you want 25 or more in your result to get the benefit of all the knowledge.
Factotum.
Yeah, and what is the what knowledge is it?
Knowledge history.
History.
It's actually knowledge. Oh, it's knowledge local for the other one. So.
Well, I suppose I should use my one-off once per day. Add my level to the score then. Otherwise, I won't get it. I think. So here we go. 28.
28. Oh, I can give you another. Not all of it. There's quite
Still
a lot
not
to
all of
Black
it.
Razor, but
Oh
I
my
can
gosh.
give you another one. Do you want me to go through the previous entries as well, just to remind you?
I feel like I remember.
Okay. In that case, the thing that's coming to mind of your hookah clarity, the rulers of Black Razor's home dimension were powerful beings who controlled all known planes of existence within their multiverse. Order was absolute. Entropy and decay of all kinds had been virtually eliminated. But despite the power these rulers wielded, their control eventually faltered, allowing horrible creatures to pour forth from forbidden realms into their multiverse and poison all of reality. There's another part to this story, but you will need to, because that's 2 checks now, you'll need to go out and investigate. to get that knowledge.
Cool.
And the DC would be 30.
Do you know what? Spit Take wouldn't have a clue about that, by the way, but I think as a player, I know what that weapon's ability might be.
Really?
I'm not going to say because I don't want to meta it, but yeah, I was like, oh, I actually think I recognise from Mike's hints there. I'm like, For the purposes of this, I'm going to say it. There are weapons called entropic that have like entropic effects. So I don't know whether that's like entropy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's like entropy, right?
Entropic.
Maybe more like
right.
Spit Take than I care to admit. That's entropic, right? Yeah. So maybe it's one of those, but obviously Spit Take wouldn't know that.
Yes. Well, that's all I can give you on the moment for that. I can
That's
give you
fine.
another one. Attempt a knowledge local on the River of Blood if you want.
Yeah, why not? Seven.
Yeah, it was a nasty incident. People died. You don't know any more than that.
People died.
That's all I can give you, unless you now get some research there. You're remembering all of this, but you feel like a pull from Whelm. It seems.
What is it, boy?
Well, weirdly enough, it seems to react, and there's an almost understanding that falls into your head that although the ritual is done, there still needs to be a sacrifice of wealth to transfer into Whelm to truly unlock it.
A sacrifice of how much? Well,
It almost feels like it's 1,500 gold pieces.
1,000. Does it have to be actual gold pieces?
No, because we do gold equivalent as well, so it can be like artwork, it can be other weapons, it can, so long as the value comes to 1,500.
Tricky. I'm sure I have got that much, but well, there's a tapestry worth 2,500 gold.
Which is also going to be very difficult to get out of here.
Very true. I'll check with Spit Take when he wakes to see if he cares about this tapestry at all. Is there anything else that happens during my watch, or can we fast forward?
That's it.
Oh, that was a nice rest.
Wasn't it so comfortable in here? Now, Spit Take, I wish to ask you something, if you don't mind.
Anything, Drast.
Now, our good friend Whelm here requires a little sacrifice of wealth to perhaps unlock some hidden power.
Love hammer.
We do love the hammer. It's our good friend, isn't it? And we just so happen to have this big old tapestry here, which I estimate to be worth a fair amount more than Whelm needs. And I was going to ask you, Do you have any, do you want the tapestry? You can have it if you want it, but I was going to give it to Whelm here.
What's tapestry?
It's a big old picture.
Oh, wall rug.
Yep.
He'll shrug and he'll say, don't like the pictures anyway.
I thought you'd be a man who, a dwarf, apologies, who, prefers pictures over Fran.
Yeah, but there are some pictures that I like more than others. I like pictures of...
Yes.
And he'll look at you and go, how did you know?
Just call it my intuition.
You're so clever, Drast. One day, I want to be just like you.
I think you're already as fine a man, dwarf, as I could ever expect. Could ever hope to meet, in fact.
That's very kind of you, Drast. Give it to the hammer. We love hammer. And let's be on our way. We have to find another hammer.
I'm not sure it's another hammer we're trying to find, Spit Take. I think it might be a spear or something, I forget.
Pointy hammer, pointy hammer.
Wave.
Yes.
No. Oh. Yep, exactly.
Let's go, but let's be careful. There's more. I know we drained the water, didn't we?
Yeah, it's just the manticores left.
Oh yeah. I forgot about them.
Can I feed the wall rug to Helm?
It's sort of an acknowledgement of. It's not like it's done as an offering, and you sort of offer this now in your possession tapestry to Whelm, and it almost appears to sort of just form into dust as it seems to get just dissolved in the air, as it seems to just get sucked into the metal and the handle and just the hammer itself of Whelm. And it almost looks as if upon completion that it seems to glow even more brightly. It looks, well, the golden wood even more gold, and the steel head seems to have an even more silvery light to it. Congratulations, you've unlocked the least legacy requirements of Whelm. What this means is Whelm is now level 9, matches your level,
Okay.
and has unlocked the following abilities. It can, like Detect Evil, it can sense giants within 60 feet.
Ooh.
It can sense goblinoids within 60 feet, again like Detect Evil. It is classified as a +1 Giant's Bane weapon. And 3 times per day on your command, you can use Locate Object as the spell.
Hmm?
Now, there is another thing about legacy weapons which I think is stupid, and the reason they're there almost makes taking them null and void. The whole reason that I've been doing my research, that a lot of people don't really use this system, is they're trying to balance out these weapons with penalties, which I completely disagree with, because it then says, well, what's the point of using these?
Sure. Yeah, when you can
And
get a magic item that has no penalty.
exactly.
I see.
We're in a situation, I mean, the way we play it as well, we're not the kind to sort of flounder around magical weapons. It's, if we're using them, we're not just like, chuck it away, we don't give them out willy-nilly. So I'm going to look away from them and say no, because if we did, you would, from here on in, until you officially surrendered Whelm away, you would instead take a -1 to your attack, a -2 to your reflex, and lose 4 permanent hit points.
What?
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Why?
Exactly why. So as far as
Crazy.
I'm concerned, and if when you're DMing, Rob, you want to include legacy weapons and you want to include the negatives, by all means.
You have to put them back in.
From my side of things, I think they're redundant.
Yeah, that's fine.
There are some of them where you go, okay, a negative kind of makes sense.
I could see it with, and I'm sure there are problems with Black Razor, but that's very deliberately, this is a fucking mental dark weapon that you're holding that was forged in the heart of a dying multiverse. Of course, that's going to have some nasty effects, but yeah, I see what you mean. Well, that's a fair enough ruling, mate. That's absolutely fine.
Each weapon may be stronger or weaker than the other, so, maybe some of them are justified, but honestly, I think it's redundant having those there. So,
cool.
As far as I'm concerned, they're not there. To our faithful viewers, if you completely disagree with me, then by all means. But honestly, it is so weird, redundant. It made the whole system just irrelevant.
Sure.
So, as far as I'm concerned, the negs are gone.
Cool.
Anyway. Yes. The way back is ahead of you.
Now, how do you want to deal with these manticores?
Oh, well, I could laugh at them again. They seem to really like that.
You could.
Or we could hit them.
Hit them a lot.
Hit them a lot. It's just if we can get up those chutes we came down whilst they're on us, it will be quite messy. I don't want to get stuck and then them eat my bum.
No, if you're gonna get eaten, the bum is not the starting point I would choose.
No. So, do we...
The laughter then?
That's right. Yeah. Spit Take will nod and he will go, let's make our way over there then. So, moving the sofa back out of the way. Sure now to be bringing, does the case that Black Razor has it got like a thing to throw over his shoulder so he can carry it with him, or?
I mean, the thing is, it is in a scabbard regardless.
Oh, yeah, we don't need the case. Spit Take will throw... It's a great sword, right?
Yes.
So Spit Take will throw it over his shoulder as if he were to wield it and have it equipped to him like a great sword. He's not going to be able to use it, but best we both be a guardian of these weapons whilst we obtain the third. And then with that, he's going to take point
with the wall there, I thought I'd just drop you to the next.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, there's a
door.
tunnel there, wasn't there?
Yes.
Yeah, the magic would have long worn off. So Spit Take is gonna look to Drast and say, "Should we open the door a little bit and I can laugh through it?"
If you think that's the best way of dealing with it, then sure.
Yeah, I think he's gonna attempt to. So Mike, he's not gonna try and, he's just gonna open the door and just do it. He's not flashy or anything, is he? So that's just what he's gonna do. So he opens the door and then immediately go, and his laughter becomes song-like and lyrical, rolling like a babbling brook. Yes, he's the Tralala man. And he tralalas with an enthralling voice. They need to make a will save, please, of DC 17.
The one closest to you?
Both.
And the one furthest away?
Oh no.
Oh no.
With that, you've opened the door and started laughing. Roll initiative.
Yeah, baby.
God damn it.
I'm down. Let's
I thought it was a flawless plan. Flawless.
So did I.
What could go wrong?
Well, we got them last time, but obviously not this time. That is +2 for me on my initiative. Oh dear, I'm going to die.
What is their initiative? Oh, it's that.
Oh, come on. Let's fix this up a little bit. There we go. Give it a little summon.
In that case... Drast.
Usually I can hear the music.
Oh, excellent!
Hey.
Yeah.
And you have just seen Spit Take has attempted and been unsuccessful this time, as both the manticores are now snarling in your direction.
Now, I've forgotten what Drast's catchphrase is. Almost immediately. Skyhammer to the...
Insert
right.
whatever, yeah. Skyhammer to the insert whatever you want, yeah.
So Drast will cry out a war cry of Skyhammer to the face, and then he's run in and attempt to hit the closest manticore in the face with a Skyhammer. Well, the Whelm Hammer. And I will I'll add an inspiration to the damage, because I think
May as well whilst he's flat-footed, as he is yet
exactly.
to act. Yes.
More likely to hit him now.
Yes.
A 30 to hit.
Peas and peas.
That is an easy hit from Whelm.
Easy hit. Oh, do I get my I can't remember what I rolled for knowledge devotion against these guys.
You knew what they were.
+2.
So
I think
But
I got
there's
2 for all of them, didn't I?
You did, yes.
So unless I could roll again if you want, but I could do it after this.
Do it afterwards.
Yeah. So I add... Sorry, I've forgotten how to actually do intelligence. So yes. That is not the correct thing. That's a d20. Would have been a good roll for d8.
That would have been.
And I almost just rolled 8. 12 points of damage. With Whelm And then I will do a cunning surge to get another standard action.
Excellent.
And I'll add another point of inspiration onto this as well for the damage. Hopefully, assuming that I actually managed to hit. 22.
Yes. I thought it was a damage, that easy hit. Roll it up.
An easy hit. Another 12 points of damage.
Nice. What's it
As
like?
the Skyhammer, bang, bang, to forehand and a backhand across the face of the Manticore in front.
Nice. And it says just he was snarling there. Ooh, doom, as this creature is recoiled.
And then Drast will go, now, Spit Take, get him! Before they... And then it's the Manticores.
And it is the Manticores. The one in front of you is going to go for a full attack upon you, I'm afraid, Drast.
That makes sense.
What's your armor class?
Well, I've not done this yet. I'm going to use Cunning Defense to add my intelligence bonus as a dodge bonus.
Oh, cool.
I remember this, yes.
Yes. How cool.
So I add my intelligence to 17, which is 22.
Oh.
What I like is, but if I remember correctly, it's only against one, isn't it?
Like
Well, it's a
dodge is
yeah.
only against one, yeah. So
I think I will just double check.
22.
But yes.
An easy miss. Oh,
what a
that
waste.
second claw does hit. And as well as that, it comes in for a bite. The first claw misses. The second claw, however, just manages to surprise you underneath your defenses. But its bite is no match for your parrying and dodging. As there's one attack does 11 points of damage as he cuts across your chest.
Yes,
The
you're quite
other-
right. It's only to one opponent.
Yeah. The other Manticore at the back, it looks like the spikes on his tail have regrown. I'm going to need a rest to get them back.
Overnight.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Odds, Drast, even Spit Take. Spit Take. He's looking at you in the door, and you've just got to go. And like last time,
Just like last time, it's going to happen again.
just an arsenal of spikes comes at you. Your armor class is
Flat-footed, 17.
That's a hit. That's a hit. That's actually possibly a critical.
Confirm it first, then.
That's confirmed.
Yep.
So, one hit, one crit. That's possibly another critical. That's another critical.
Gulp.
The fourth hit is just a regular hit. The fifth is a miss, you'll be pleased to know. And the sixth is a miss, you'll be pleased to know.
So many spikes.
6 per tail. Let me roll a D100 twice then to see what those two do. 46 and 2.
Multiplier and standard, I believe.
I believe you're right.
That's
Yep,
fine by me.
So that's times 2, that's times 3. So the equivalent of 7 spikes worth of damage comes at you, Spit.
Roll it up. Roll the bones.
Oh, 45 damage.
Oh.
3 max and 3 min.
Wow.
Get damage reduction though.
Oh yeah, on each one. So
That's 10 subtracted from the total, if I remember correctly.
yeah, that's right. Yeah, so that is not as bad as it could have been at all, but still pretty bad. Spit Take staggers from the rail of barb fire.
One of them gets like just in a really bad place in the gap in your metal on your throat, and the other one actually goes properly through the armor and deep into your chest, as it almost goes dangerously close to an organ, just nicking an artery.
I imagine even the one that misses bings off his metal mask, so he's like doom and like stunned as well from it.
Yeah. Ow. As that manticore just unleashed a machine gun barrage upon you, Spit Take.
Spit Take is not going to mess around. He is going to, as an action, open his... Now, this is a question. From this square here... In fact, I can just use the line tool. I'm going to do it. I wouldn't usually, but I feel like after that it's probably required. If I'm in this square... A line does technically get both of those through both of those areas of 4 squares each. So if I stood there, I could get both of them.
Yeah.
And join Drast on his flank. So I think Spit Take will do that. Before he does, however, because he doesn't want to provoke the attack of opportunity, he's going to drink Cure Moderate Wounds. No, we do that as a movement now, don't we? Spit Take's going to risk it for a biscuit. He's going to engage regardless. No, that's stupid. But he is stupid. Let's just see what Spit Take is thinking in the moment. I'm going to roll a d20. Odds. He advances to attack. Evens. He's going to take a potion and fire from where he is.
Okay.
Evens. He takes a potion, so...
Probably the sensible option for it.
Well, we'll see. So that's 2d8 plus 10. Ones and stars bad. 13
Not
points
good
of
at D8.
HP returned. Yeah, bloody d8s. Okay. And then he will then ask the Manticore in front of... No, he's going to aim for the one... You can do a free 5-foot step. He's going to aim for the one that shot at him. He's going to return fire. In fact, actually... Could I get them in a line there?
No.
That's going through the squares.
But you're a 30-foot line, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. In that case,
In
it
level
has to be
10,
him. Yeah.
I believe level 10.
No, you're absolutely right. I'm getting ahead of myself.
One more level.
Reflex save, DC 22, as a blast of ice in a line goes out towards the Manticore. Reflex 22.
Oh, the Manticores.
Manticores.
Today.
They take half then in that case. So 3d6. 9 points of ice damage, or cold damage. That Spit Take's turn.
Nice. Is it like an icicle, or is it just...
Yeah, it's like a big icicle that's like just like doosh, like thunks out of Spit Take's open mouth, and like its harpoon counterpart in the water, it just shoots forward like a javelin, slams into the side of the Manticore.
You're wondering because the size of it compared to Spit Take's mouth, you're going...
It like manifests in the air on the way over, we'll say.
Oh yes, of course. Excellent stuff. And as Spit Take starts to recover from his wounds, Drast.
Good work there, Spit Take. Now, I'm sure I remember a story or two about manticores and their weak points. And I'd like to use my knowledge devotion, which I should have done last turn, but stupidly.
They're magical beasts, so I believe that's Arcana.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it's all the same to me, to be honest. I've got all these numbers at the same. So it is with the addition of Collector of Stories. 23, so it is +2.
Your recollection is the same as it was yesterday. They can regrow their spikes overnight. They like to throw them around. They'll fly around for advantage if they can, but the ones here, they can't fly.
Oh yeah, that's right. The best way to kill a manticore is to hit it in the face with a hammer. So just will do exactly that, and we'll hit it in the face with a hammer. So, and I'll add the inspiration points to the damage again.
Yeah.
20.
20 is a hit on the manticore.
Excellent. And then 10, I'm guessing, is a miss.
10 is a miss, I'm afraid. So you fall short.
Never mind. 11 points of damage. And then I will spend a further inspiration trio to attack again.
Let's see it.
And use Cunning Surge. But that's the last of my inspiration. 19 to hit.
Is a hit.
So sadly, this doesn't have the bonus on it. 7 points damage.
Oh, you clock him around the face twice, and the creature is staggering where it stands, but it still hasn't dropped just yet.
Finish him off, Spit Take!
That, with nowhere to go, these creatures will just fight to the death. And
Makes sense.
one in front
Cornered.
of you is going to attempt to get his dinner. As 2 claws come at you. Is your armor class
17 now.
17? Claw 1 is a hit. Claw 2 is a hit. And a bite is another hit. As he mauls you on the floor. I can do this all in.
No.
Question mark. Roll 4d4 plus 12 plus 1d8.
Take 2 for 29 points of damage as that full round of attacks from that manticore comes in.
That exactly halves my health from what it was.
This manticore, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He just goes to there. There's no point in him. He doesn't. He goes into there. And that's all he does. So it's double movement for him.
Justice. You take your time there, Spit Take.
As this one is running at the door towards you, Spit Take. What do you do?
It's okay, Drast. They've fallen right into my trap. And he opens his own trap as another line of ice blasts forward to rip a hole through, hopefully, the pair of them. They both need to make a reflex saving throw of 22.
The one closest to you fails. The one dealing with Drast. Oh, better but fails.
Ka-chink! It launches from his mouth as a bolt of ice straight through both of them. dealing 66 points of cold damage.
Big money, come on.
Oh, 16! What kind of peasant roll is that?
You fire it, and it goes right through the first manticore, like through his wing. And then you see through the hole in the manticore, the one behind it keel over and drop dead.
See, Drast, now we're flanking him.
Like a hinge.
Aye.
Exactly. And with that manticore dead, there is an ice spike slowly melting from his body. Drast.
Yeah, Drast is gonna turn. Say, good work there, Spit Take. Let's finish this one off nice and quick. And swings helm around. Twice.
+2.
18. I don't think we're technically flanking. Unless
Because I don't threaten him, you mean? Yeah, you're right.
You
Yeah.
don't.
Yes.
Goes then. However, 18 is a hit.
And a critical miss.
Could you confirm that for me?
Just a miss.
Just a miss. As one attack hits the manticore on his flank, you do
Max 1,000,000 damage.
max 1,000,000 damage. As you, what do? Do you hit him up the rear? Do you smash on his tail?
Yeah, he flattens the tail on the ground with the hammer, just crunching, breaking bones in the tail.
The manticore lets out a sickening screech like any cat does when you step on its tail by accident.
Leaps 3 feet in the air.
It's a horrible thing. Excellent stuff. This manticore is now in a quandary. So, odds, Drast, even, Spit Take. The manticore turns around as he doesn't like its tail being crushed beneath the hammer. And he's going to deliver a full round of attacks to you.
AC at 17.
Thank you.
Can you not do your dodge thing again?
I've got no inspiration left to use.
Man.
The
Use it in
first
the
one
first flurry.
hits. The second is possibly a fumble,
Come on. Ah.
just a miss, and the bite
You should. Oh, yeah.
hits your armor class, but doesn't
Exceed.
it does not exceed. So only one claw penetrates as it cuts across your chest, dealing 11 points of damage.
Oh, I'm gonna need a rest after this.
Sorry, Spit Take.
My turn.
You were
sorry.
saying you were saying something, Rob.
Oh no, ignore me, mate. I was. It was. You hadn't confirmed the fumble yet. I was going to say we should see if he fumbles to. But yeah, you already did it, so I stopped talking.
Fair enough. With that Spit Take, he's just unleashed. And from your point of view, you can't see what's hit, but you can see him mauling at Drast.
Hey, get off him! And he's just gonna fire again. Reflex save of 22.
Oh! This manticore is on point. Both of them are.
He's gonna be on a point. 10 points of frost damage, cold damage.
Very nice. As this icicle just shoots again through another part of his hide, ripping with a cold spear. Drast.
Well, might as well give it the old college try. 25.
Did you say the old college try?
Yep. You heard.
That's it.
You know that phrase.
No.
that famous phrase. I doubted it as I said it. 18 for the second.
Do it with the old college try.
Yeah, I'm sure that's something like that.
Well, it works.
Whatever. You shut up. 16.
Oh,
Can you describe for me how you defeat the Manticore with the old college
the old
try?
college try.
It is a phrase.
I think there is a phrase. I think.
Give it the old college try.
I thought there
When
was.
something
too.
seems impossible to do, you do it anyways. Yeah.
Fair enough.
Shut up, Michael. Don't
I
try
take it
and
back.
don't try and embarrass me with your
Lingos.
trickery. Anyway,
How do you defeat that Manticore?
I think as Spit Take is preparing another blast of cold, he's just as the icicles coming out of his mouth, Drast hits the front of the Manticore, and the icicle just comes straight through the mouth. Cut.
Oh.
It's a combo attack.
Very nice. And with that, the way is clear for you both.
Oh dear. Ow.
Ouch.
They didn't like me laughing this time. Sorry, Drast.
That's alright, that's not your fault.
He pulls one of the barbs from out of his chest, and stares at it for a very long time before putting it in his bag. Adding that to my possessions. Manticore spike.
Drast is going to use opportunistic piety to get some old found symbols of various faiths, and he holds each one up. He's got them on a chain around his neck, and one seems to be glowing, and he goes, "Perfect!" and just touches it to his head, and he heals himself. What is it? 2 times my level plus intelligence, which is
Ooh,
18.
wow. Nice. Look at that.
Do me a favour. Let's... Because I like when we do things just a little bit randomly.
Okay.
Where is it?
I am very sore.
I'm not surprised.
They really hurt me.
103.
He hit me with 5 of them.
Would you like some healing too?
Only if you don't need it. You might need it, Drast.
No, I should be fine. I can give you a little booster from. He shuffles through the various symbols to find another one
Do
that
you want
seems
to
to be
roll
glowing.
me a D19?
D19.
Yes.
I'll do it twice because I'll say the 2 different symbols.
Yeah.
So for Drast,
Yeah.
4, and the one for Spit Take, 18.
Drast, quite concerningly, you pulled your power from Arithmal, the god of slaughter.
Oh my
Well,
god.
that's not ideal, but I guess it'll do.
Don't look a gift death god in the mouth, Drast.
And Spit Take's blessing has come from Weejas, the goddess of death and magic.
Oh.
Could be worse. Could be
Arithmal.
just the god of death.
Oh, only if you won't need it later. It looks like that might be a useful thing to have around.
Well, we've got potions for later. It makes sense to use this now, I see.
Alright then.
I see.
Alright then, I'll have it. I don't know much about what was her name again? Jazz. I don't know much about Jazz.
My understanding of Jazz is that She's very small and likes music. Get it?
Oh,
We jazz?
are you alright, Drast?
May have taken a bit of a knock to the head there.
That's
That's
okay.
possible blasphemy against the Ruby Sorceress, aka Death's Guardian. What are both now going to do?
Then I'll have a heal too then, if you don't mind, Drast. I do
Yeah,
feel
you
a
get-
little bit sore.
You get 23 points of health returned to you,
I'm back to full.
thanks to wee jazz.
Thank you, wee Jazz.
I'm sure she says you're very welcome.
I'm back to
Scap-a-doo.
full. Now, don't forget, Drast, if all things look dire, just like when the manticores nearly killed us, I have
Just a second ago.
Yeah, I have a special wish to use.
Oh yeah,
And he
you do
waggles
have
the
that.
ring that he still bears, the wing of wishes that he is sworn to depend his life upon should the need arise.
Yep, that's right. One very special wish that I'm sure will definitely come true.
Yeah. For
The thing about
now,
wishes, they don't have to come true, you know that, don't you, Spit Take?
I like to think that all wishes come true in some way.
Oh yeah, in a way, I guess. They do, but not necessarily as you're expecting.
Let's climb out of here. I don't like it in here. We've been in here ages.
Yeah, I'm tired of it. Stupid ziggurat, reversed or not, my least favorite shape. For nice, orderly mine, rather than a pyramid.
You're able to take yourself out of the ziggurat and back to the main door. Drast grumbling a good portion of the way.
Do we need to walk out of here under our own power, or is some DM gonna shorten this journey?
Of your own volition, because you
Okay.
We have to get back.
Oh no.
you enter the room, Drast, where the harpy was, hidden behind, and you know that there is a frictionless floor that sits between two traps. You know jumping onto it is practically a given that you'll slide into the other hole.
You here, Spit Take?
Yeah, I'm here. I remember this place. I wonder...
Why don't you grab hold of my hands? I've got a little trick that might help here.
I'll hold on, Drast. I'll hold on.
And Drast will click the heels of his slip-on shoes. They're like little old man slippers, I think, as he activates his slippers of spider climbing. And he walks up the wall onto the ceiling, grabs hold of Spit Take's hands, walks along the ceiling, holding on.
Excellent stuff, as you are able to navigate back over the slippery floor, and the frictionless room is not a problem for the two of you.
I don't like it in there.
You go around the corner, and yes, you can see the secret room where the ghouls and the ghasts are still decaying in the fetid water.
Oh,
And
no.
lingering ahead of you is a long trap with panels of copper-coloured metal upon the wall.
What did we do? We gotta take off all the metal.
I guess so. I can't disable it. I'd have to disable each one in turn, wouldn't I?
Yeah, and you'd still be suffering the effects as you did it. So
Yeah. If we take off all of our metal armor, will we be immune to the effects?
if there was a way to not be in contact with any metal, then potentially it would just be an uncomfortable journey. But it's the metal that's conducting between the two surfaces.
So we could put all of our things in a net. What about a net?
Yes.
We've got nets now.
Yes, 2 of them.
And carry it between us.
Yeah, let's do that.
Take that, Dungeon Master, he says to the room.
Yeah, I heard that every dungeon ever made was made by a dungeon master.
Quite
They were
right.
so good at making them that they released popular manuscripts about how to create them.
Spit Take has entered
What do they
the
call these
metaverse.
manuscripts?
I don't remember.
But some form of guide, you might think.
Maybe it was a dungeon master's guide.
Maybe. And we will chuck all of our metal items into a net, which we'll carry between us.
So stupid that they break the fourth wall. But don't know that they are.
Are you removing all your face coverings as well, Spit Take?
Oh no! His metal mask on his face.
It's okay, Spit Take, I won't look. I'll cover my eyes. I'll just follow your verbal guidance.
I'm not worrying about me taking it off. I'm
Worried about me taking it off.
I'm worrying about you seeing it off.
Well, if you're worried about it, I won't look.
It's just for your own good, Drast. You see, the thing is, once you see it, you won't ever forget it.
Well, if it's any consolation, I spent many a year delving into mine collapses and looking out at dangerous things that people had discovered, and I had to go down and see how to get past or get around it or beat it. So I saw lots of unpleasant things in my life, Spit Take.
No, you don't understand, Drast.
What?
It's a mess.
Your face is a mess, is it?
It's a ruin, Drast. It's a
What?
ruin.
Why is it a ruin, Spit Take? What happened? Maybe if you explain, I can prepare myself to imagine what it looks like, and then it won't be a big shock when I see it.
It's a ruin, Drast, because it fell
Your face fell.
off.
You. What? What do you mean it fell off? How does a face fall off without you dying?
He goes,
I've
dum,
seen
dum,
faces
dum.
falling off.
he just goes dunk, 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 and hits onto the mask, to sort of as if that is answer alone. And he will say,
I'm not sure that's the answer you think it is.
he will say, "Don't look."
Why don't you tell me how it fell off? I need to know now.
There's no time, Drast. Because now, for some reason, there's some like time limit
time
to
limit on
raise
it
the
now.
stakes. Yeah, the story suddenly decided that there's like a race against time. I'll tell you as soon as we leave the mountain. How about that?
Okay, but we already did leave the mountain once. Shouldn't that be enough?
He will look down at his feet, and he will then look up at you and then say, "The dragons."
Yep.
He says that as if that's answer enough too. It isn't. So he'll look around as if searching for the words and say, "Dragons are greedy, Drast. They hoard things, and what they can't hoard, or what they can't make in their forges, they take."
Does this story end with you saying that you had the most valuable face and they took it?
I don't know if it was valuable. It was to me, I can assure you, Drast.
I'm sure it was. I totally understand that.
To me, there was no more valuable thing in the whole world, Drast. I think that's why they took it, now that I come to think of it. But the dragon, he took it from me, festoon reacts of the forge.
He took your face.
Yeah. Wasn't the only one either. Plenty like me.
When you say he took your face, is this, the little trick your parents and grandparents would do where they'd be like, "Oh, let me take your nose. Got your nose. Hey, hey." Not like that, is it?
No, it was like his scales pushed my face off my skull.
Okay.
I tried not to talk about this, Drast. And you kept
No, I
asking.
understand that.
So now that I'm
Yeah.
telling you, you have to understand. It was a little while ago, and it hurt a lot.
Maybe it'll have grown back.
You go first, and then I'll take it off.
Okay. And Drast will feel like he's poked and prodded that particular story enough, and walk in front, holding the net full of our belongings.
Is there anything metal on your being, or is it all in a net being?
That's
It would all
exactly
be in
the
the
idea
net.
that we just posited, Michael, that we were putting all of our metal implements and objects into the net.
I'm just checking. How many rounds does it take you, Drast, to get through?
Well, if I double move, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, get halfway down roughly on the first one, and 10, 15, 20, 25, 35, 40. 2 turns of full movement.
Well,
which I can definitely do because I move faster, so Spit Take will follow. But the last thing you hear...
Well, it'd be less than that because it's half movement because you're in water.
In which case, it's 4 turns.
On the third turn, so 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So when you're there, I need Drast you to make a reflex save for the net. It's a straight up reflex of 15.
Very well. 26.
Without the modifier, because the net wouldn't have your modifier. However, 18
Oh, for the... Right.
is enough that the net does not catch fire, as you're able to get your belongings through without the net catching fire, and thus having to scramble and pick up your bits. So you're fine. Spit Take.
Well, Spit Take's holding the other end of the net, so... We're carrying our collected belongings between us. I thought that was what we agreed.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were taking nets. Okay, in that case, ignore me. So in that case, the net doesn't catch fire, and you get through to the other side.
That's a relief.
Don't turn around.
Oh, I wasn't going to.
Don't turn around.
I wouldn't turn around without asking if you told me not to.
Yeah, like a buckling and then a... as I'm sure there's still quite hot metal of the mask.
Should have waited an extra second there, Spit Take.
It's alright. I'm used to that getting hot. That's better.
Can I turn around now?
Yes.
Okay. And Drast will put his things back on.
Excellent. Yeah, your bits, you put them on, you're getting changed in fetid water, but you're not drinking it, so you're all good.
Gross.
Gross
It is
indeed.
gross.
Returning all implements back to where they were.
Yeah.
Yep.
Armor, braces, weapons, masks. Oh
Yep.
no.
Yes, you see there is the gap that Spit Take had navigated the two of you over before.
Once again uses his ice breath to hopefully freeze the thing so we can climb over it rather than swim or jump.
Yep, more than enough to scramble over.
Not that Drast needs it now, actually, come to think of it.
No.
Yeah, Drast is fine. As you spot ahead of you the familiar sight of the Sphinx.
Hello.
Hello again.
As you progress, the Sphinx turns her head towards the two of you. Do you remember the answer you gave to venture forth west?
Eh?
Was it Coffin? No, that was east, wasn't it?
It was about water, Drast, as I recall.
Yep.
I think, anyway.
I remember it clearly. It was a river.
Yeah, that's what it was. It's what Drast said.
Which is...
A river.
He just said.
Very well.
Don't make me repeat myself again. Or I'll set you over my knee.
You, gestures to you, Drast, you may proceed.
Okay.
What do you mean, you?
Yeah, what do you mean, you?
You gave me the correct answer. You have passage.
River.
A sly smile comes over the Sphinx. Very good.
Don't you try and trick us, little missy.
You are the most fun I've had in a long time. The last thing I'd want is to see you go mad or die. Tell me, almost a full day you've spent, and here you return to me. Did you find what you seek? Another one of Caraptus's prized, joyous weapons, artifacts, whatever they are.
Maybe.
It's
What's
no
it
different
to
to
you?
me. Honestly, I couldn't care if you robbed the place to the last copper. I do my work, I do my bidding. Beyond that,
And what will you do when the place is empty, may I ask?
until I am dismissed, I am sworn to stay here.
Then we will help you, Sphinx.
Well, that is a promise bound to one more powerful than you and I.
Until he's dead.
Quite. Or until he decides a new vow is in order. But that is a conversation for a later date. Should you wish to proceed past the only venture you have yet to see, you must answer one more riddle for me.
Oh. Okay.
Round she is, yet flat as a board, altar of the lupine lords, jewel on black velvet, pearl in the sea, unchanged but e'er changing, eternally.
Did we want to rest before we set about our final direction?
It might be a good idea. Do you want to
Just
rest?
in case I need to use my slippers again. And maybe heal.
We'll have a think about it, Sphinx, and we'll come back. How about that?
How about it?
Of course. And where do you see yourself going? Back, east or west? Or do you see yourself leaving?
Leaving? Why would we go east or west?
Well, you had sufficient time to the west. I don't know if you took some rest.
You're being nosy now.
I'm curious.
Being
I don't
really
talk to many people.
No, well, with that attitude, I can see why. Let's go.
There's a tap from the Sphinx as she taps at the skull pile she's on, and the southern room that would intercept your passage south dwindles out for a moment. I ask so that due recompense is not dealt to you, shall we say. You've humoured me well. I would not want to see unnecessary harm come to the two of you. Off you go. I can't suppress it for too long.
We're gonna help you leave here.
That as it may. You'll need to find the old man first. You laugh. And the two of you leave. As you exit White Plume Mountain, you head to the nearest settlement down one of the sulfur-rich rivers known as Yellow Reach. And from here, are you looking to just spend the night or the day at this point and rest and recover?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Excellent.
And I want to buy some potions, but we can do it really quickly so we don't spend ages doing it.
Sounds good. You get to a tavern overlooking the stream called Sulphur's Edge, and the landlord inside offers you both room and board for a combined gold piece for the two of you.
Oh, thank you.
Cheap at the price.
I
You don't get many people around this. It's the smell, the sulphur.
It does smell like piss.
It is piss, dwarf.
That's alright.
I would like to buy some potions, please. Do you have any under the bar?
You know, I actually do. I got a stock in this
How
morning.
convenient.
How convenient indeed.
Let's have it then. How much is a cure moderate wounds potion?
Cure moderate wounds, I believe, is 300?
And how much is a cure serious wounds potion?
750?
Ooh. Okay, well I've already got 2 of those. So I will buy 1 cure...
I've got them all open. Yeah, 300, and then the other one is, 750.
1 serious, please.
Mm-hmm.
And 1...
I'll just take 1 moderate.
And 1 moderate, please.
So 1,050 for Spit Take and 300 for Drast.
Here you
Yep.
go. There's a lot of money.
Oh,
You pass over the gold, and you notice, Drast, that Whelm seems to feel quite begrudging about passing over gold.
Oh.
Quite liked having gold. He's a bit...
it's okay, boy. There'll be plenty more where that comes from.
Yeah.
You worry.
Tapping your hammer.
Yep.
Let's eat and
Is
rest.
there anything else? Eat and rest.
Eat and rest. I'd like to use my final opportunistic piety to heal my injuries again.
Sure thing.
Take me back to close to full.
You hope upon Arithnal's blessing one more time? Or are you taking a gamble on someone else?
Well, I've got to search through my little charms and see what charm looks like it's gonna work in this particular environ at this particular time of day. 4.
Arithnal again!
Good old Arithnal.
The god of
Trusty
slaughter.
Arithnal, god of slaughter.
Might need a rebrand. He seems awful keen on the healing today.
Maybe he just likes that you're bringing chaos and slaughter down upon others, manticores, harpies, and the like.
I guess so.
Or maybe you're just bluffing that you're a chaotic evil character who wants.
Just pretending. Got all this blood.
Pretty much.
We rest.
Excellent. You rest. This is a
Yes.
secure rest, so you get 2
Ooh.
times the healing back. 69.
That's how much health I've got, baby. You know it.
So yeah, you get 2 times your healing for being in a secured rest. So twice your level.
Yeah.
I am fit as a butcher's dog.
I'd say you're fitter than a butcher's dog, personally, Spit Take. I think you're looking mighty strong.
Must be climbing up and down that mountain all the time.
We have done it quite a lot.
Quite a lot.
In and
And
out.
you know
in
that
and
ahead
out.
of you is at least 2 more climbs. One climb back up, and one, hopefully, climb back down.
Yeah,
Coming back down is easier, though.
that's right. It is easier. Better view.
Are you going to leave Sulphur's Edge and head on back?
Bye, Sulphur's Edge.
Bye, Sulphur's Edge.
I'll
Let's
see
go
you
get
next
waved.
time. As you leave the tavern, and you leave Yellow Reach itself as you climb back up the mountain,
No
into the
wonder.
cave, down into the warm, stagnant air of White Plume Mountain itself. As I will...
That's why it's called Red Yellow Reach.
There we go.
Because
Yellow
it
Reach.
smells of piss.
Thanks to the sulphur, yes. As we find ourselves back the next day.
Back again.
Here we are again. For some reason, we could have left.
My feet are getting awful sodden.
Why do we keep coming in here? It's really horrible, Drast. I
Wet
don't know why we
and
keep.
dry.
We have weapons
Yeah,
of
your
value.
feet are starting to just get that kind of horrible. You've been in the swimming pool a lot and just
Getting trench foot.
Don't, I don't even like spears or pointy hammers.
Yeah, we got the best one already.
Well, depending what you want to do with that weapon is up to you. However, the path lies ahead of you.
Oh,
Let's go.
Drast. I've gone and
Yeah?
forgotten what she asked us.
It was a riddle.
Oh, Drast, did you use the time to prepare any spells?
Nope.
Okay. Okay.
Oh no, that might have been useful. Can't help but feel that might have been useful, Drast.
It's too complicated. I don't understand. Factotums are too weird. I don't get how you choose them. It's too much.
Okay, well,
Next time I will, probably.
Yeah, next time.
I'll ask Mike for advice.
Hopefully we can
If we survive.
fight a wizard.
If you survive, yes, you approach, and the Sphinx, again, kind of stretching and sitting up, taps one of the skulls as the symbol dwindles out. And just for a moment, I thought it would be 2 other dwarves setting foot into this glorious heat trap. But it is the 2 of you.
Well, good morning to you too.
So, do you wish to proceed down the path you have yet to tread?
Yep.
Yeah.
Do I need to ask the riddle again, or are you ready with
No,
the
I've
answer?
had all night to think about it. Certainly didn't already know the answer.
Oh.
I thought about it too.
Oh, then.
Shall we say it together?
Yeah, you say it a bit before me though, just in case.
Okay. I can't actually remember. I think it's the moon.
The moons.
That is correct. Well, the Northern Passage lies ahead. If you find another pair that went in a couple of weeks ago, I don't know what state they're in, but do keep an eye out.
They're dwarves.
No, one is... I couldn't tell, I believe some form of elf, partially, and the other looked like a tiny lizard. I think you call them kobolds.
Elves.
You were.
Elves.
Yes.
Shit.
Elves live in the forest, everyone knows that.
Well, this one did not.
You don't know where he lived. Might have lived in the forest. Just because he came down here doesn't mean he didn't live in the forest. Don't contradict Spit Take. He's a good boy.
Well, whatever Corruptus is kept up there. Good luck.
Please, let's go.
Yeah, let's go, Spit Take. Leave this mean old thing. Wait! I should search before we go on too far.
Oh, sorry, yeah, good idea.
Make sure it's nice and safe. Would you like me to do a search check?
By all means.
32.
You find in this corridor nothing, except for a large circular pool about 10 feet in diameter, which appears to be calf deep.
Does it appear to be calf deep, though? Or is it actually much deeper?
Well, with a search result like that, you can tell actually it is much deeper.
I thought so. My intuition told me.
Yeah, you had to twist your arm a bit there.
Yeah, I feel like I earned that information.
It's almost like you had to nearly let out of him.
Yeah, it's like I already knew the answer, and I had to make you tell me.
It's like it was written down in a book this whole time.
Yeah, some sort of guidance
Guide.
document.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to go in there, so let's just go this way.
Let's not go in there.
You
Looks
proceed
stupid.
forward, and the hallway opens into a large water-filled chamber. On the opposite side, a flight of wide stairs leads up and out of the water and out through an arched opening. On the east wall is a closed door.
Shall I check the room?
Go on then.
34. Looks normal.
Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with this room
Dooby
whatsoever.
dooby doo.
One moment.
Look out, Spit Take. It's
Oh.
much deeper than it looks.
I was about to walk straight across, Drast.
It's lucky you can swim.
That's very true. I am going to think for a moment, and Spit Take will sort of dwell upon the surroundings for a moment as he coasts into his invocations and casts aquatic adaptation. As we know, it lasts for 24 hours, so you might as well cast it now and leave it
24
on.
allowance.
Yes. Drast, you notice there is a path around the room that is slightly submerged, but with the lighting it would be difficult to tell otherwise. What you do see, however, is a rather disgusting couple of things. You see a few bodies floating in the water. You see what looks like the body of a hag. Just
Hag.
a sea hag just floating in the water. As well, you see what looks like two half-consumed humanoids. One looks somewhat like an elf, and another sort of like a kobold, that have been partially consumed, but also floating within the surface. And another, you see what looks like a sort of like a lobster, but it's floating upside down, and it appears to be dead in the water.
Oh no.
Look, Spit Take. Looks like there was a struggle.
They
Two
all
entered.
killed each other.
Seems that way, doesn't it? Very much seems that way.
I'm going to check the bodies.
Be careful now.
I'm gonna rummage.
Okay, but be careful now.
Are you going into the water?
Whereabouts are they on the actual map?
Pretty much just in the middle, just floating around. With enough prodding with a stick, you could probably get the water going to push them to the other side.
Spit Take, I don't think has much concern about it. Like he can swim to perfection and can breathe underwater, so he's not too bothered. So he is going to just step into the water and slump, and then like immediately comes back to the surface and just zoom, swims up to the remains of the elf and kobold.
Could you just make a fortitude save for me, please?
Is it against poison?
No.
Is it against paralysis?
No.
Is it against sleep?
It's a disease.
Okay. Then that's just a good old-fashioned plus 13 to the roll. 22.
Oh. Yeah, if there was anything here, it doesn't seem to be bothering you.
He's going to grab hold of the bodies and kind of like whoosh back
Cool.
as they're half consumed. I don't imagine that would be too difficult, what with them being all bloated and gross. Look, Drast.
Oh yeah, couple of corpses.
You can make
Thanks
a
for
heal
bringing
check
them over.
if you want.
No, I just know that you're better at looking at things than me.
I'll do a heal check. 23.
Yeah, the sea hag and the two corpses appear to have died in a conflict. Whereas the Chul seems almost, from what knowledge you do have of aberrations, aquatic ones at that, seems to be malnourished, almost like it's starved to death.
Seems the sea hag was electrocuted by a very intelligent being who tricked it into going into the deep water and then cast some sort of electricity magic in quite a sudden burst of intelligence, of tactics and strategy.
Wow.
People would marvel at if they'd seen it.
I can tell that this lizard-like character probably didn't even have a chance going into such an endeavour. It's almost like he was dead before he even entered the chamber.
But he did have a great backstory, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm certain of it, Drast.
It's okay. Somebody else probably reused it for a different story.
Yeah. Things always come back around, Drast. It's
You know
just
what
the
they
way
say?
of things.
What goes around comes around.
Ah.
Yeah,
Now let's
like a wheel.
look in their pockets.
Yeah.
At this point, you're going to have to defer to what was on
It's almost like they're level 8 adventurers that have plenty of kit to be taken.
They almost are. And that, I think, is a good point to take a quick 5 minutes so we can...
Rob them.
You can pull their possessions off their character sheets. We can grab a quick hot drink, and we'll come back shortly, and we'll see what happens down the final passageway of White Plume Mountain. And if you are following us along, then please, as always, if you haven't already, like and subscribe, ring the bell. And if you've done White Plume Mountain, would you be doing anything different? Did you know all the riddles? Has your forays into the mountain been as meta as this particular one as well?
I think we've nailed it.
Who knows? Well, we'll be right back very shortly.
Activate.
Activate. And we are back where our party have just come across the fallen, bloated bodies of another previous party, and as such they may have some appropriate leveled items. Mainly a spit take. What do you look like now?
Spit Take from the fallen body of the kobold pulls a glorious looking cloak, and it has kind of like a reptilian scale-like look to it, so fitting a worm, you might say, and so fitting a dragonfire adept. He throws it about himself, and even though Spit Take is a simple soul, this still gives him like an aura, like he is in some way favoured by a power that is not known. He is stupid, but he is splendid as well.
I like to think it hasn't immediately adjusted to your size yet, and for a while
It's a half cape. Yeah, it's a half cape. Yes.
It's slowly kind of shapes and morphs to the new owner. And Drast, is there anything you've collected and adorned yourself with, or?
Not immediately. No, I don't think it's.
Cool.
But he does say to Spit Take, "What a handsome-looking cloak you've got there, Spit Take."
It was like my hand was guided to it.
It seems very appropriate for someone who worked in the dragon forge.
Perhaps it was the will of Festoonriax that drew me to it.
I bet it was. I wonder if it's shedded from his scales. You know how some lizard creatures shed their scales? I wonder if that's what happened with a dragon.
That must be what has happened. That must
be.
I'm wearing his skin.
I mean, when you put it like that, yep.
Mm-hmm.
He seems taken by that and actually thinks long and hard, but then snaps his attention back to the task at hand. What's over there? That looks like a way ahead, but it's like it hasn't formed in front of me yet. Please move us to the map.
Yes, I moved myself, but I
I was like, do you think I'm saying this in character, but have I made myself clear?
Have I made myself clear?
Did I make myself clear, Michael?
I've snapped you over. And then just went, no.
Bring it forth. Spit Take will point to this area over here. And we'll say to Drast, I think that looks interesting.
It does. I can't get over there, though. Maybe you can. Maybe if you lay down on the water, I could depend on you.
There's this saddle that I found that this creature was carrying. Calling it all the way back to Session 1, baby!
Would you like me to ride you?
It's like it was brought here for that very purpose. And Spit Take will put the saddle on. Let's go!
Sure.
Okay. Drast, a dwarf, sits on the back of Spit Take. Another dwarf and rides him.
The dwarf that rides.
You ride Spit Take over to that part of the room. You see that on the surface, it looks like that's it. You come up to a wall, really. There's nothing there.
Maybe you should have a search, Drast. You're quite good at divining what's beneath the surface.
That's a very good word. Divining.
I don't know why I said it.
I'd love to divine to see if there's anything else here.
It was quite out of character.
Not at all. You're a very intelligent young dwarf. 31 for a search.
You can see actually quite close to the bottom, and that's saying something in this murky depths. Your dark vision kicking in slightly, and your natural instincts with stone as well. There's a breach about 20 feet down, right at the bottom. You could swim through.
So, look. Look there, Spit Take. There's a small indent right at the bottom that could just carry a dwarf and maybe another dwarf on that first dwarf's back.
You would have to hold your breath.
I don't need to breathe anymore under the waves, Drast. If you think you could hold your breath, I do all the work.
Sounds good, but if it gets too much and I need you to come back out, I'm going to give you this signal. Okay?
I'm very sorry, Drast. It might be that hit to the head I got earlier, but you might need to repeat that just once for me.
Okay, so the signal is... And that means I'm drowning.
I know.
Do you want... Wait. Repeat it back to me so I know that you got it.
Oh, I don't think that's necessary.
I think it is. I think you need to repeat it back to me so I know you understand, Spit Take.
Okay, alright. Oh! Was that right?
Not quite. Now, if I make that sound, I'm probably above water.
It'll be alright in the night.
I need to know.
I've got it. It's fine,
If I'm drowning, you won't let me die.
I won't let you die. Ever.
Okay. So you don't want to make the sound.
You will never die.
Right. And with that, you're going to descend into the...
Yep, Spit Take with his perfect swim speed is just going to swim beneath the water and just hold on to Drast.
Drast will hold his breath.
Drast, I need you to make a fortitude save, please. DC.
I'm holding my breath.
Any type of swimming or being submerged. Oh.
This is bullshit.
Can you roll me a D3, please?
Me as well?
No, just Drast.
Because I'm fucking not breathing.
3.
Okay. You've also did a roll not too long ago. Spit take.
Yeah.
You dive down.
Oh, I should have added my insight to it. God damn it. Stupid. Factotums.
It's okay. I'll need Drast you to make a swim check, but a DC of 5 because you're assisted.
You didn't say the DC, Michael.
He said 5.
Oh, sorry, you did. Yes, pardon me.
Um,
You very clearly
Yeah,
said
absolutely.
5. Sorry.
No, you didn't say it. Spit take, I did. Yeah, you're able to hold on even with accidentally taking in a bit of water. It's like, oh, as Spit Take catches you off guard. But you dive down and you go through the small hole in the wall, and you emerge in a hidden chamber.
Hey.
And inside the chamber, you can see floating around at the top and somewhat at the bottom as well. It's like there's dregs of food that's just been left, like bones. It also looks like creatures have sort of been hoarding some bits around here.
Oh.
I know your search is 15, Drast?
Yeah.
You don't need to roll for this. You find inside 330 gold pieces, 750 silver pieces, a fine coral ring worth 95 gold pieces, and a mithril shirt.
Another mithril shirt.
Another mithril shirt.
Did we have one? Yeah. There we go.
Does mithril prevent me from doing spells?
Well, in theory,
I thought it stopped you from getting an armor check, mithril. I could be wrong.
well, yours aren't arcane spells. It's arcane spells that incur an armor check penalty.
Regardless, I think I can only do light. I think my class only allows me to do light. No, not even light, I don't think.
I don't think you're proficient in any armor.
No, I'm not. No.
But that may actually work in your favour.
But I was thinking maybe you don't need to be proficient in mithril. I suppose you probably do, don't you?
Well, for the armor, but I don't know if actually is going to be an issue for you. I'm trying to get non-proficiency.
Treated as spell failure chances for armors and shields made of mithril are decreased by 10%. So there still is. It's just lesser.
Yeah, but these aren't arcane spells. You won't get an arcane spell penalty anyway.
Oh, I see what you mean. But I couldn't wear.
Okay, if you
I couldn't
wear
wear
it
it anyway. Yeah.
You would. A character who wears armor, which they are not proficient in, takes the armor check. Takes that armor check penalty on attack rolls and all strength and dex-based skill checks. So it's a +4 bonus, which means you take a +4 to your attack rolls and a +4 penalty to any strength or dexterity skill check.
Nah.
I mean, the only thing is seeing you don't actually attack.
But I do climb and move around and
Yeah.
yeah, it's not worth it. I just thought I'd check. That's all. Well, that's a mighty fine find.
If you were to consider a level in something that gave you proficiency with martial weapons as well,
Martial weapons as well, aka the sword I'm carrying on my back. Yes, I have
1 level in fighter.
Yes, I've been giving this some thought. Yeah, Spit Take. We're not. Are we? Was there a place for us to come up to breathe, or are we still submerged?
Yeah,
here?
it's the same level as the outside,
Okay.
where it's just behind a wall.
Well, if we've got everything, I think we should just swim back over then, Drast. Unless you've got anything you want to do whilst we're here. We swim back.
Drast, just give me one more swim check. Again, DC 5, just to make sure you don't...
I can't go out!
Yeah, you're stuck, I'm afraid, until I see what the swim check is after Drast. That is enough for both of you.
What? Oh, that should have been +2.
Still enough. You got it on the roll.
Mr. Retrospect you are today, Dom.
Yeah. Sadly.
Spit Take abandoned Drast.
Quickly over here. No, I'm going to throw us to this end here. There we go. Wow, it's all come to this.
Yes, ahead of you, you see a corridor. On your right, you see a sodden wooden door. And ahead of you, you see a large iron door that appears quite thick and strong.
Which one do you want to go for, Drast?
Always go for the first one you come across first. Pat.
You open up the door. The passageway extends about 40 feet, then narrows into a cylindrical tunnel that seems to be spinning slowly.
Oh,
How interesting.
that's funny to look at.
It's very funny to look at. Makes you want to turn with it.
Round and round and round.
Can I investigate it?
You can give me a spot check.
Yeah, I'm going to do one too.
17.
17.
20.
Good
20.
work.
DC was 15. The surfaces of the round tunnel ahead seem to be coated with some glistening wet substance. An open space beyond the spinning tunnel section is visible, but the passage seems to end there, except you both notice at the back wall is a really small, what looks like an arrow slit, the type that used to be on heavy fortifications.
Hey, there's that stuff again, that sticky stuff. Is it sticky? It hurt, didn't it?
Doesn't look sticky. It looks wet.
Slippery? Maybe?
What colour?
Glistening?
What colour is it?
It's dark.
That's not a colour.
It seems to darken this kind of the metal components that makes up the cylinder.
I'm gonna ask this one more time.
Colour.
It's a dark brown. How would you like that?
Thank you. What's it so fucking hard?
Ay.
How How do you think we're going to get through there, Drast? Can you fly?
Can I fly?
Can you fly through the hole?
No, I most certainly cannot. Can you fly?
No, I'm afraid not.
That's a pity.
It looks like
And
you
the arrows
could-
ahead looks quite worrying too.
you could probably balance your way through, but with the spinning of the cylinder and that sort of substance inside, it would be quite tricky.
Oh, it's slippy.
It's very slippy.
I was about to say I could freeze the liquid, but then that would be bad.
That would be potentially even more slippy.
Let's have a closer look.
Shall we?
Yeah, you get closer, and you can see that yeah, it is. Unless you had a way to essentially fly through, you'd have to attempt to balance your way through.
Oh no. I'm not very good at that, I'm afraid. I wish it was water again.
That would be convenient, wouldn't it?
We have dwarven stability, to be fair.
You do.
So that is a +4 to this check. Well, we have no choice. We have to go through.
Do we?
Just for ease, I'm going to put you both there because it'll make ones.
Because he wants to kill us with a trap that we hadn't walked into.
A force pushes you down the corridor.
More
What?
cheating.
Or maybe we come back. There might be another way around. There was
might be a way
before.
around.
Do you want to check the other door first?
Yes, let's check the other door first.
Okay.
Here we go.
You
I don't
get
think it's
to
gonna open.
yes,
I
this
think it's
large
locked.
iron door. It's not
It's locked!
but it's so heavy that I need you to give me a strength check to actually push it open.
Oh no. I'm not very strong, I'm afraid.
Neither am I.
I'm not very strong at all. 19.
You are strong. He's a strong boy.
It's a DC 21.
Oh, well, we were both doing it at the same time.
Okay, I'll say because you're not in like a
We don't have
a
to.
rushed. You're not in a rushed situation, so you can kind of take 20 on it. You just spend the whole time just like combined.
An hour later,
Yeah, it's
still
just like,
pushing.
"Ah!"
As you open the door,
If there's anyone behind
Another
them,
door.
there's hours trying to open this door. They're taking forever.
instead, behind the
Oh,
door, you
that's-
find another heavy iron door.
It's a waiting room. What about this one? It's also locked.
Oh god.
I need another strength check from the two of you.
Oh, this is not
close
going to
enough.
be any good.
14 and 17 is enough that you're able to open the door.
Another door.
Yeah, this is the
Oh,
game
for fuck's
now.
sake, it is another door.
Oh my god.
As you do that, the weight of the door behind you closes as you push forward.
Hey, you know
These are
what?
heavy doors, heavy flanged doors.
Flange.
Flanged doors.
Flanged.
However,
I know
there's
what
a
that is.
hinge.
So many hinges. This is my favourite part of the whole experience.
I need a strength check again off the two of you.
They need to oil these hinges.
Maybe you could heat them up. 11.
16.
I'll say
Getting
you're able
tired.
combined to open
This
potentially.
is
the door.
another fucking door. Michael, I'm gonna kick off.
This area is uncomfortably hot,
Oh,
though the relatively narrow passage seems to open out into a weird, wide cavern filled with flickering light. The corridor actually continues about 30 feet more before opening out into some kind of dome. Its walls and ceiling are not formed of stone. They appear to be made of luminous water that arches upward and meets overhead. The hazy images visible through these watery walls suggest that the floor of this area is actually a ledge in the middle of a gigantic water-filled cave. Perhaps these strange water walls are all that prevents the water from pouring in to flood the dungeon beyond.
Now, Spit Take, do you remember the secret sign if I'm drowning? Do you remember what the code word is?
yeah, it was.
Correct. Now, if the walls disappear, I may start drowning if I make that sound. Come and help.
It looks like there's already something in there, Drast.
It does look like
It
there
does.
is something in there.
It looks like a giant red Sebastian from the story I was told called The Small Mermaid.
Oh, the small mermaid.
About a little hoarder who lived under the waves, who had a little friend who was a red crab, and he sang a song
How
about
did it?
how.
How did it go?
Oh, I don't know. I only read it, so I don't know what the tune was.
Oh, feels like that could be a very good song.
I'm sure it was.
I wonder what it must be like under the sea.
Living under the sea. I bet it's better. Down where it's...
I don't think we could say any more of that.
But you'll
Say
get
it, just can't
cancelled.
sing it.
You just can't say it these days anymore.
Can't say anything.
Political correctness. There's a crab over there. A big
Let's
crab.
fuck it up.
Let's go.
I'm hungry.
You
Want crab sticks?
enter through, and you can you make out?
There's a chest that it guards.
It is, but can you see the where the membrane is? It's a bit faded.
Yeah, it's what this white.
Yeah,
it
it's
looks like
pretty
a
obvious.
It looks like a teaspoon.
Good.
Yeah.
Yes. Good.
Yeah.
good,
Yes.
good,
Yes. 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 Yes.
good, good.
Teaspoon with a crab on. Perfect implement for
Spoon.
eating
Yes,
it.
there is a chest at the back, and you can see this huge crab just sizing the two of you up.
Can I identify the crab?
Sure.
We already have, I thought.
Knowledge, nature.
Knowledge, water. Knowledge, nature. That's the 5. Don't forget the 5. 31.
Is that a +4?
What?
I don't know what you get for a 31.
Oh, yes, so +4.
This is.
If I was to attack it, why would I attack it though, Michael? It looks perfectly friendly.
Of course. This is a monstrous crab.
This is a monstrous crab, Spit Take.
Oh my.
Not only that, It seems
Not only that, it seems
advanced
advanced
with
with
size
size and
pincers and
pincers. I don't know what that means.
it means it's
Advanced with
stronger than the
pincers.
average monstrous crab.
It's even stronger than the average monstrous crab.
I don't think I've ever seen anything like that before, ever.
I've seen some cave crabs, which is why I know so much about it. But they're not usually red, they're normally white or completely see-through.
Like the walls.
Yep, just like the wall. Is there anything else I know about the giant monstrous crab?
Only the obvious. Big pincers. Likes to grab and constrict and can survive both in and out of water.
Does it have two pincers the same size, like your standard crab, or does it have one big claw like the Pokemon
Kingler.
Kingler? Is it a crabby or a Kingler?
He's relatively equal size, so
Okay.
there's no specific...
Not evolved.
Yes. You'd be... you wouldn't be put out thinking it hadn't evolved because it is advanced. It is... As monstrous crabs go, it is rather deadly looking.
I think something might have interfered with its processes to make it extra strong and large. Spit Take.
We should fight it.
Do you know the best way to open up a crab?
What, Drast?
Drast takes out his hammer. Crack it open.
As you produce the hammer, the crab, kind of having its eyes on you in the distance, sort of scuttles in front of the chest. Sort of like it's...
You know the best way to cook a crab? Spit Take?
How?
While it's still alive.
Forward!
That might be lobsters. Get him.
At this point, assuming you're standing next to each other,
Yeah, do you want to stare?
that is where we'll roll initiative.
Oh, right. Well, yeah,
Well,
there, that's fine.
You can,
Yeah. We've moved, that's fine.
yeah, you've charged in.
Get him.
16 for Spit
Nice.
Take. Come on.
18 for Drast.
Let's go.
And
Damn.
that's quite convenient. I just do 10.
Come on.
So we go. And then... Okay, that's quite fun. Let's go with... the advanced, huge, monstrous crab. However, Drast
Hammer to the crab!
Really
so
rolls
catchy.
off the tongue.
And I will charge forward. 30, 35, 40! And I'll hit the thing with my hammer. +2 because I charged, right?
Yeah.
Yes, but -2 to your armor class.
Yeah. So I'm assuming even though it's giant, it's not a giant.
No, it is vermin, aquatic vermin for all
Rude.
intents and purposes.
Not very nice, is it? I'm going to add my insight to Damage. 22 to hit on flat-footed.
22 on its flat-footed
Better be a
does
hit.
not. It actually hits the armor class.
I'm
It doesn't
gonna
exceed
kick
it.
off. I'll add another inspiration to attack again.
So there you go. You figured out you need 23 or more.
And I will add insight to the damage again. It hit 33.
That is definitely a hit. Yes.
14 points of damage as I roll low on the damage once again, as is traditional at this point.
Oh, but it's still a blow. As maths fails me. Done. Excellent stuff. As you deliver a blow onto its chitinous hide. Spit Take.
Spit Take charges after Drast. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 with his extended movement. Those boots drawing Spit Take into the conflict that bit quicker. He rushes forward, and as he does, he lets fly a blast, a line of fire. Like a laser beam, it shoots forward. Reflex saving throw of 22, or be struck by the weakening breath.
Weakening. Yeah.
That is a hit,
Not
so
a
that's
chance.
-6 to its strength. As you'll recall from last time, I already checked to see I was in range, Michael. Don't worry. I watched it. I'm just checking. Yes, I am in bloody range, I think I'll find. That is 3d6, it only takes half the damage, so that is 3d6 fire, 16 points of fire damage as I roll 2 6s and a 4.
Lovely.
Come on.
Very nice. As he does.
So yes, -6 to strength, usually -3 to attacks, right? If it uses strength.
Very nice. As that attack seems to broiling up nicely.
Yeah, get him nice and hard.
We don't want your head being grabbed again, Drast.
Oh no. Not grab my head.
You are right in front of him, Drast, and as such.
Cunning defense! Dodge bonus.
Nice. With a -3 to these two attacks.
So he needs to get 20 to hit me. Well,
20.
20 is my AC.
Claw 1. Claw 2.
Ouch! Ouch!
What?
He is a huge creature. Even
He's
with a
got my head,
-3.
Spit Take! He's got my head!
He does.
He's got a -6 to strength on that. What the hell?
Yep. And that's with the -3
Oh
modifier.
my
penalty.
word.
Mhm.
Wow, fair enough. Crab is a
Yes.
problem.
He's big.
Woefully underestimated the crab.
That's 28 points of damage.
Oh boy.
And now I need you to make a grapple check against the crab.
Of course.
This is with the extra minus. I will point out. You need a critical, I think, for this.
One critical.
Come on.
Nope.
As he doesn't need the second claw to connect because his first one easily goes and clamps onto you. And automatically, as a free action, can constrict you for 18 points of constrict damage.
That could have been far worse.
I am so sorry. 15 points. I didn't deduct the 3 off the damage. 15 points of damage. Everything but. He took his full action to do that, so that is its turn.
Oh, I'm in a bad way.
Oh no!
They fucked me up.
Oh no.
We're back to the top of the round. Drast, you have been grappled by this huge crab. There are some things you can do in the grapple, but if you want to just escape, you need to do a grapple check or an escape artist.
I'm gonna do an escape artist check.
Which your DC is... Oh,
Well, I can't make that.
Oh my god, natural 20. 49 as a result. 49. I didn't realise that this was actually Poseidon that we're fighting. What the hell?
Hey,
Well,
I think it does really well, and that's grappling.
Yeah.
It also does damage really well, Michael. And has quite good AC. So there's a few things it does really well, isn't there? If we're honest.
If we're honest about that for a sec.
Well, I'm dead.
Assuming that was your action then, which...
Hold on, I might get a natural 20.
A nat 20 would have been great, but...
I will use a movement action to drink a Cure Moderate Wounds potion.
Yes, that's fine.
It's 2d8 plus 10.
Yeah.
That'll save me. That'll definitely save me. There we go, that's as much damage as Oh shit! Oh shit! I might just about survive a second round, but... Yep, cool.
Okay, that's Drast going
It's
out
all
of
down
turn.
to you, Spit Take. He's got my head in his claw. I don't think I'll last long.
I told you
It's all
not to
up
let
to you.
him
I
squeeze
believe
your
in you.
head. The other one squeezed your head.
No, Spit Take, listen to me. I just want to say, I believe in you.
Oh.
You're my good friend, and I believe in you. Be good.
Spit Take is frozen to the spot. Is it his turn?
It is.
He realizes that there's only one thing for it. Looking at the size of the creature, Spit Take isn't sure that he's going to be able to kill this thing in one, not by a long shot. So he realizes he needs to do something else, and even despite every part of him is wanting him to scream at the fact that his friend is in the grasp of this monster, he forces himself to laugh. And now enhanced by the draconic cloak, the hide of Asturiax himself has now augmented the enthralling voice. Can the big crab, and he doesn't need to understand me, by the way, can the big crab make a will save of 19?
Question.
Mind
Is
affecting.
this... It is.
Mind affecting.
Oh no.
Immunities. Mind affecting effects.
Shit.
As you go... Oh, as you channel upon what you think, I can do this. And the crab just looks at you like... I am so sorry. Immune mind affecting effects. this vermin.
Do it.
Is there anything else Spit Take can do? Or will do?
That was my action. I have a movement and
You
a
have
bonus.
plenty of. You do. You have. I don't know if you have anything in your possession.
Well, I have healing potions, but we tried that last time, didn't we? Like me trying to pour a healing potion into the grasp of a monster. Only Don tried to do it for me. I don't know if that's possible, feasible.
No, he'll get you. I'm not that close to death. I might survive.
Can you take? That's the question. Can Drast take a potion?
I did
Does
take
he-
a healing
did.
potion.
Oh, you did. Oh, apologies.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I must. Yes, you did. Absolutely. Well, listen. Spit Take isn't going to approach just yet, but he isn't going to flee either. He will remain rooted to where he is. His mind racing, wondering what to do. That's his turn.
It is the advanced, huge, monstrous crab with mind effect immunities.
Yeah. He's amazing. Yeah, we know.
It's really amazing for a crab. Firstly, he does an opposed grapple roll on Drast.
Okay, well I can't. That.
You might crit.
Yeah.
Which means, as a standard action, he does. Juiced. 18 points of damage.
Cool.
And then he uses some movement to close in on Spit Take. His one claw is holding Drast, his other.
Uh-oh.
That is its turn. Drast.
You leave him alone. Can I swing my hammer?
Is it a light weapon?
It's well a light weapon.
I believe not.
Don't know if you had another one. Let me just get my grapple shenanigans. Or where are you? Grappling actions. You can attack opponent with an unarmed strike, a natural, or a light weapon at a -4 penalty.
Grappling is such bullshit.
It's always been. It's my main problem with the whole system.
Real pain in
It's
the arse to
grappling.
deal with. And
Pain in
then,
the arse. Yeah.
it's one-handed. I don't
Dance
think it's
over
right.
nothing.
No, it doesn't say it lights it.
You can just smack him one.
There's no point, Michael. It wouldn't do any damage.
Okay.
Does he look bothered at all, the crab?
It's hard to say.
Yeah. That's
Really,
a no.
I mean, big, thick, chitinous hide to it. It doesn't look like it's buckled on its legs yet.
Quick chitting around.
Yeah. The only thing I can try and do is I'm going to... Can't remember how to do it. How do you use a wand?
Ooh.
Use magic device. The wand has a set DC, as I recall, as we discussed last time. DC 20, I believe you said, Michael.
Use a wand, DC 20. Yep.
Okay, I will try and use magic device. I'm gonna have to add my level to this to get it above 0.
What? Oh god.
So that's not looking likely, but it's a Hail Mary. Come on. Nope.
Unlike a scroll, you don't have a misfire if you would lose by 5 or more. Check. Scrolls do. Scrolls can explode in your face.
But does that mean the charge is gone from it?
Unfortunately, yes, the charge is used up.
Cool, I will take another potion with my movement.
Okay.
Let's survive a little longer. Fuck's sake, 17.
17. As you do that, Spit Take, as you can see, Drast is just desperately trying to heal himself in the pincer of this huge crab.
Oh. Even if I take a free 5 step, I'm going to be out of his. I'm going to be in his threat range, aren't I?
He's
Yeah. Yeah.
Massive reach.
Of course. No sense in allowing him an attack of opportunity, because I'm sure if he hits us, he probably gets a chance to grab us, by the looks. So it's just stand and fight, I guess. It is just stand and fight. But I don't need my hands to breathe. Spit Take is gonna just stand his ground, and he's just gonna blast with a fire breath. Yeah, no enhancement or anything, just a straight up fire breath. Reflex save 22, please, from the crab.
That is 8.
22 points of fire damage as Dragon Breath explodes against the crab. Spit Take takes Drast at his word and decides to cook the thing alive.
Very
Eat
nice.
that, you stupid red crab.
Smells
Excellent
good.
stuff. It is the crab's turn, and he will use 1 claw on Spit Take.
Come on then.
So that is... What's your armor class?
19.
He, boom, clasps onto you, dealing... Oh, what's that? 16 of reduced damage.
Okay, which
And
is
then
14.
he gets on you a free grapple check. Of 45.
That is absurd.
Is that with minus the strength?
Yep, it's meant to be 32 without your adjustment.
Okay. He's gonna beat me, I'm sure. I'm just trying to make a note of something. Bear with. So that was okay. Yeah, my grapple check. That's gonna be interesting. God, this is so slow. Got it. 11.
He grabs you and he's about to do some constriction damage to you.
Hasn't he already attacked me, though?
He gets it on a free grapple.
Okay.
Doing 15 points of damage to you, and then Drast with his other claw, he will do a grapple check against you to constrict.
Got 30 less.
Oh. He does 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 points of damage because I forgot to press 5. That's 14 points of damage as he now has you both in a claw reach. Drast.
Well, can I take out something that I think will be a light weapon, which would be the worm's small rapier?
Yes, it would be.
Which crits on a 15.
Which crits on a 50.
Is it a keen rapier?
Yes.
It is.
Ah, cool. So you are on a -4, but yes, it has a much lower threat.
So I will add an inspiration to this. That was my movement. Attack. Inspiration to the attack, to the damage, because I'm at -4. 22.
22 is the armor class, I'm afraid. You're
Fuck.
one off. As you almost hit a weak spot, but it just deflects with that last bit of motion.
And I will use the last of my inspiration to get another standard action.
A fleeting.
Have you healed?
No. Want to kill it. 25 and
That
potentially a critical.
is possibly a crit.
26! Definitely
That
a critical.
Is a critical. Roll me a D100.
Come on. Come on.
Give me something I can use. 75.
We're re-rolling if it's shit.
It's gotta be good.
It doesn't make sense. I know it doesn't make sense because I think I know what it is.
No. It's actually just that. It doesn't make sense. For the position you're in, that doesn't make sense. It's meant to be knee smashed, but I don't see how that could happen when you're there, so roll it again for me. If you weren't grappled, yes, but you are grappled, so...
67.
Okay. Unorthodox, but can work in your favour. You have injured its ears. And in this instance, I'm going to say you've bashed it on like the eye stalks and around there. Now, what this does is it provides a -2 to listen checks for 1d4 hours, but more importantly, it stuns it for 1d6 rounds.
Which means it drops everything it holds.
Yes, it does. So roll me a d4. Doesn't matter.
3.
3 hours, it's obscured, but roll me a d6, importantly, to see what happens to it.
6.
6 rounds. Now that is what we need. What is it like as you're able to stun the advanced, huge, monstrous crab into dropping you for a whole 30 seconds?
So it's obviously like waving us around, and Drast he's like pulling out all sorts of things, trying desperately to find something that will help, and then he reaches into his bag, and out comes this tiny rapier, and he's like, worth a shot, and then like just stabs it and just pokes it right in the eye stalk.
Oh, but it's great because the first shot doesn't even do anything. It just bounces off its hide. It's like, keep going.
Yeah.
And this creature that was about to just constrict the two of you to death just lets go. As the two of you drop, very luckily, out of his grip. As this huge crab just slumps down somewhat. Its pincers and its head, well, its face just slumped forward like, ooh. Excellent
I believe
stuff.
there's some damage as well.
I was going to say, there's a damage roll in there somewhere.
There is a small
So
weapon.
a small keen
should
rapier
already
does
be-
D4, so you do a D.
No, it's still a D4. The rapier hasn't magically got any bigger.
No, I know. Yeah, it's a D4, so it's 2D4, right?
Yes.
Plus strength or not?
Yes, you don't have weapon finesse. Unless you do.
5 points of damage.
That is just so epic.
That is a glorious recovery. Just when you needed it the most. Excellent stuff there, Drast, as you free the two of you. Spit take.
Withdraw. Just kidding.
Kill it! Kill it! Boil it
He's
alive!
just gonna open his mouth and just explode fire upon it. And as it's stunned, I believe it has a negative to reflex saves.
Stun.
I believe it's -2, but I could be wrong.
No, he loses dexterity bonus,
Which
which
complements his reflex save.
of which he didn't have any to begin with, so his reflex
Okay,
save
so
hasn't
it
changed.
remains. Let's have it. 22.
Yeah.
Does that not just take his dexterity into the negative anyway?
Oh, even then, that would have been 23, which he's stunned, but he's panically moving around like, oh.
Yeah, he manages to bring down his back. It blocks most of the fire damage I expect, and it bounces off it like a shield. Because he's fucking chitting around still.
He's
But that's
panicking on the
14
spot.
points of fire damage as point blank spit take.
Excellent stuff. That is the first round for the crab. Drast Skyhammer.
Skyhammer! To the end!
Yes!
I'll use my movement to pick up my warhammer again. And then I'm going to try and foil on it. 31.
That is an easy hit.
Yeah.
Roll me your damage.
I will. 9 damage.
Wait, oh yeah, because you had to draw your hammer out for the first one.
Yeah.
Nice.
Let's
And
go.
Becomes that. Excellent stuff. A glorious crushing as you prepare this crustacean for the pot. Spit take. What about you?
Rinse and repeat. Reflex save DC 22, please.
Not this time.
Not this time. 22 points of fire damage.
Oh. You can see it now that its chitin is starting to just change its colour slightly, like you've been boiling it for a while. And you can see that the skin underneath of it is starting to go a nice, clean white, as if you've been boiling it for a lovely amount of time. But he is still holding on.
We're gonna cook you, and then
This
we're
is-
gonna eat you.
We're gonna
Second
eat
round.
you.
Drast. It's your turn.
Advanced.
A couple of strikes with the hammer. 16.
That's a miss.
19.
That's a miss. It's not so much he misses, it just bounces off his thick hide. Dink, miss. Spit take.
Reflex save, DC 22.
Even less this time.
He's just literally
unable.
sustaining like a flamethrower. Just...
Yes, because this fight, I think, was decided the minute you got that critical hit on it. Let's roll
Which
it up.
is literally the coolest thing I think has happened to us in actually ages. 17 points of fire damage.
Taking him to minus 12. How is it like the two of you get your seafood gumbo on?
So it's as Drast has brought down the hammer once more, Skyhammer to the end, and it cracks open the top of the shell, and the flames from Spit Take's breath begin to lick and burn up it as if the oils of the creature is acting almost like petroleum now. And with a screeching howl, it raises both of its claws high as if applauding its own demise. And then it dies.
Absolutely. And I tell you now,
The smell of cooked crab.
if that critical hadn't have happened, I think in the same amount of time that would have been the opposite outcome 100%.
Well, Spit Take could have kept using his breath weapon in the grapple, so who knows?
True, but I think there would have been a bit more
Oh yeah,
pain.
it would have been fraught for sure. It would not have been
However,
good. That was amazing. Like, I can't believe that that's what...
exquisite timing.
What a roll. Of all the rolls, the one that makes you drop people. Oh. Holy hell.
Very
Well.
lucky.
With that, there is a chest. It lingers at the back of the room.
Let's look at the chest and eat some with a handful of crab meat.
Yeah, Spit Take's gonna have his fill as well. Nom 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 nom.
Yes.
I'm also going to do the heal injuries thing of my class ability, opportunistic piety. So that gets me a 23 crack. How are you doing? Would you like 23 hit points?
Me? Oh, yes, please.
Take it.
Do you want to give me 2 D19s? I'm just curious to see where you're pulling your
I'd love to.
benefits from.
I hope it's a sea god.
Yeah.
3
Alona, for you.
and 13.
Aloneness for nature, and that's cool.
9, 10.
Forests, but still.
Well, actually, no. And for Spit Take, you get from Obertay, the god of nature.
Oh, but hey. Oh, but
So to activate the symbols this time, none of them are working. He realizes that are nature gods, and he just takes the crab meat, like pushes them into the crab, and it just creates some like healing crab meat, which he shares with Spit Take.
How much did you heal me, by the way, Drast, as we nourished that? You said, but I missed it.
23.
23, thank you. Okay, cool. Ah. That feels much better.
Tasty, tasty crab.
Let's look in that chest.
Yes, surrounding the chest are the bones of the crab's previous meals.
Oh.
It's been well fed.
Let's look inside, but maybe you should look at the chest first.
Yes. Can I check it for traps?
Go for it. Give me a search.
Oh. 33.
No traps.
It's not trapped.
Let's
Open
open
it up.
You open it, and you find inside a few nice things. The first you find is the trident wave.
Oh, trident.
Hey.
A nice looking trident is that, and you can do any knowledge checks a bit later about that.
Cool.
You also find a wand. which with your Arcana you can just take 10 of that. You get, which is a Wand of Ice Storm that has 17 charges left.
Oh.
Ooh.
You also find 3 large gems. 2 of them are a pair of emeralds worth 1,000 gold pieces each, and the other is a perfect emerald worth 5,000 gold pieces.
Wow.
Have you been getting this, Dom? I just realised.
Yeah, should we just add that as gold?
You can just not take it if you want.
No, we're taking it. So that's 7,000 total, so 3,500 each.
In emeralds, yes.
We should fall back. It looks like there's only one more place to go.
I think you're right. I think you're right.
Spit Take's gonna have another handful of hot crab.
Drast is going to fill up a little fishing net full of crab meat and sling it over his shoulder.
Who'd have thought we'd be
For the road.
Who'd have thought we'd be doing so much swimming and so much crab finding in a mountain?
It's pretty ironic.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yeah.
So you're gonna look to get some recovery?
Not in here, I don't think, is a very good idea.
Yeah, we'll just say if it's the 2 of you, you're able to pull each flange door open.
Flange on the hinge.
Yes. It's as you step through, it's amazing how much the temperature just drops. As you're like, okay, that's better. Now, the 2 of you pushing forward. Wow.
Yeah, I got knocked away from it visually, but I'm back now.
So yes, in front of you, you see a spinning cylinder filled with a glistening wet substance on it.
Sounds electronic. Darth Doggy.
Really?
Arthritis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe it's echoey.
Maybe your slippers will work, Drast.
Maybe let's give them a go. And I will click the heels of my old man slippers. Attempt to activate the slippers of Spider Climb.
Old man slippers.
Can I walk along the surface?
Actually, I've had to read the description. Severely slippery surfaces, icy, oiled, or greased make these slippers useless. And as you step into them, I need you to make a balance check, please.
What?
Wouldn't I
That
know
was
that?
so deliberate. They did that on purpose. I can tell they're like, they're going to use the slippers and it's not going to work.
Those fools. 19.
You're fine, DC 17. You're able to maintain your balance and you can move at half speed.
Move full action.
Yeah, I'll go to full action.
You go there.
Yeah.
We go back.
Where you?
He did full action.
That's where I was. There?
1, 2. 1, 2. 3, 4. You would be there.
I moved one square at a time, and then you said stop there, and I was at the end.
1, 2, 3. Anyway, you move through. Are you staying at the back, Spit Take?
For now, I think.
Yeah. Can you give me a spot check, Drast?
Yes. 23.
You easily spot what looks like a figure appearing from the middle of this gap. And he has Pip poking through a flaming arrow that he goes thump, that he fires into the tunnel. And as he does,
Cunning
tunnel,
defense.
the tunnel engulfs as the oil catches and fully ignites, dealing upon you 6 fire damage. As the spinning cylinder is now on fire. Spit Take, you've just looked in. As
Oh,
is just
no.
spinning, just Inferno. Middle of an oven.
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Rotisserie
Fuck you up.
And at that point, he closes the hatch. That's done with dynamic lighting, so I'll need to do that anyway. Spit Take, are you doing anything?
Oh no! Well, we've got to go through there. So Spit Take is just gonna take one step, and he's just gonna use 1, 2, 5, 10, 15. He's going to use. No, he'll take a 3-5 step here. So he's there, and then 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's gonna shoot a line of frost to here in an attempt to put the fire out.
That's going to shoot right through Drast.
Yeah, it's a good thing I can choose to avoid him.
Okay.
So I go and blow it out.
Nice. So you
Shape breath. Thank you very much.
you extinguish a flame that's spinning around, which is awfully good. It is no longer as greasy, but you'll still need to make a balance check to get through.
Did he put the fire out?
Yes.
Okay. That is his. Well, he's taken a 3-5 step, and he did that. So that's. If we're not. Are we in initiative?
No.
Then he will begin moving.
I'll need a balance check from you. And then Drast,
So
if you want to
5,
keep moving.
Yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20,
you.
25. The DC, please.
The DC is now 12.
Oh.
Drast, you didn't fail by 5 or more, so you stay where you are. Same with you, Spit Take. You don't fall over.
Do we try again?
Yes.
23.
Excellent. You can move at half speed through.
Double movement.
Same for you, Spit Take.
Oh, just. So half is 15, so 5, 10, 15. Hey, well, hang on. That should be with a +4 because of stability. So that's 14.
That's fine then.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that. We should have been putting +4
So
on
did
that. Dwarves.
Dwarves, innit?
Well,
Dwarves in it.
Dwarves.
Oh, excuse me. Drast, sorry about that.
You make your way through and you see a door in front of you.
Let's open the
Ready, Spit
door.
Take. Get ready.
Readied action. Blast!
There is also a readied action, but I mean, who opened the door? Because you're both standing
Well,
right
Drast
next
clicked
to the door.
it, so I'm guessing Drast threw it open.
Yeah.
And then I blasted.
So that you could concentrate on
blasting the thing.
Then, Drast, what is your flat-footed armor.
17.
As Spit Take fires through into the room, the figure from the bow earlier, with a bastard sword in hand, has just driven it through the gap.
Thought he closed that.
Through what gap?
In the door, as you open the door, he was waiting at the door.
Oh,
to
through the
step
door.
Oh,
I thought you
right,
meant through
okay,
the murder hole again.
So
I
I
was
should
like,
be there, really, shouldn't
you're just pretty close. huh?
He also gets a hit on you. So, he will then do a reflex save once I've done the damage. He does 13 points of damage to Drast, and in his reflex... Was it a line or a cone you did?
In all honesty, it was going to be a cone, but I had to be. I did mean to be closer to the door. In fairness,
Wait, I think that person is. Right, let me just do his reflex.
that was
he
a
needs to
line.
critical. Never mind.
Excellent. It does actually go through the square, to be fair. So
It does, but we take it from you, not from.
it still hits the square.
It's a 15-foot cone, yeah?
Oh, I can get
The
both of
other-
them.
The other character, that's what I was seeing.
Oh, I see. Yeah, I can get both of them. Nice. I didn't say I was enchanting or anything, so it's just attack power.
Yeah, also fails.
So that is going to be 66 fire as 66 fire explodes through the doorway at these entities that remain mysterious. "25 points of fire damage to both of them. As bench and table and flesh is set alight.
Yes, like this dark room, the two of them are just blasting back, as I need you all to roll initiative.
Yes! Oh, that was cool. Come on, you can't stop us.
Right,
We just
he
killed a
gets-
giant crab.
Yeah, we just killed a giant crab. What are you going to do? Oh, God.
What did you guys get?
5.
5.
But I'm not last, it looks like.
Haha.
I'm gonna do it to you again, I swear it.
He means it.
It's time for some music then.
I have sustained my breath weapon on them. It remains there.
Well, the female in the room just starts snarling at you.
What are they?
And what looks like a female human to
Oh.
you.
Oh.
I have to just check something because you've done a lot of damage in one go.
It's not massive the amount that has to do 50 in one go, isn't it?
It is, yes.
Not quite there.
She has in her hand a wand, and she because she doesn't actually need to use magic device because she's a caster, so she points this wand at. Sorry, Spit Take, you did the damage there. It'd be weird to aim Drast at this point. What is your touch armor class?
My touch armor class is 14.
14. As she points her wand, oh dear, and a scorching ray flies out, but just hits the side of the room. She completely misses.
Yes.
Drast, it's now your turn.
Drast is going to swing hammer through the door.
At the fighter with the bastard sword.
That's right, and I'm going to boost the damage on this. First strike, 28 to hit.
Easy hit.
The second also boosted. 21 to hit.
Oh, the bare minimum needed, but yes.
So that's
2 hits.
2d8 plus. Oh. Sorry, that second one should have missed. Apologies, I forgot to roll the knowledge devotion thing.
Oh, okay, well, 1 hit.
Yeah. 8 points of damage.
It's more than enough, though, with just the 1. How do you kill Burkett?
Burkett?
Burkett.
His name's Burkett.
Oh,
We know about
Michael.
it. No,
his name is
he's
Burkett.
just
No, come
rudimentarily chosen one of our friends' names to be the person you murder.
They chose the people who made this, from which Burkett.
That's amazing.
How do you brutally murder Burkett?
I hit him so hard that his beard comes off.
Oh no, that has
Burkett's
killed him.
beard.
You've actually
Sorry,
killed
Burkett.
him. Sorry, Bert.
Destroyed him. Very good.
He just got married as well.
He did.
And now he's been murdered in White Plume Mountain.
Potentially, who knows? Maybe this is his wife in the same room.
No!
Michael,
What
you
the
sick
fuck?
fucker.
Spit take.
Why would you say that?
They haven't moved, and you still have left my breath cone there, Michael. I don't know if you intended to, or if that's just on my screen.
That
but...
must just be on yours.
Oh, it's still there for some reason.
Me, mine.
Yeah, it comes up as the blue one for me. So there you go, it's moved. Thank you. But they're still exactly where they were. So I'm just gonna start blasting. Reflex 22, please. As another cone of fire just rips through the room. It just literally smoking them out.
Met, but did not
That
exceed.
did not exceed, unfortunately. So I'm afraid that means 31 points of fire damage as I roll all 5s and 1 6.
At minus 26, how do you kill Snarler?
I think
With 5 million damage.
Spit Take, because they're still outside, Spit Take will see that a hole's been burned through the door with the first strike, so he just slams the door shut and then just starts breathing fire through the closed door and basically turns the whole room into one hot box where all the oxygen is just sucked out of it and it's turned into a pressure oven. And you just hear dun 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 against the door as this person desperately tries to escape, but then dun 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 and then eventually you hear it just burn out.
And with that, Snarler, the werewolf, lies defeated.
Oh, hello. Up the moon passage.
As you look in now, the room is furnished with a plain wooden table, surrounded by benches.
On fire.
A large candle gutters on the table. Well, it was at one point, casting dancing shadows on a large book lying open beside it.
Oh no.
Also on fire. Another door leads out of the room on the opposite side.
We're trying to put the book out.
Put the book out. Pat, 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 pat.
I will say the book, you pat it out. The book would have been able to be sold to some serious collectors. Unfortunately, not
I
anymore.
don't care about that. I thought it was a diary. I
However,
thought it was going to give us information.
If you were to skim through it, you occasionally see reference to the weapon wave. So maybe when things are quiet, that can go towards giving you information about the trident wave.
Cool.
Great.
Apart from that, there's a door at the far end, and yeah, these two charred bodies of Burkett and Snarler.
Check out the traps.
Yeah.
You're checking them for traps.
The door, you pillock.
The door is not trapped.
Open it. The last door in the building, unless it's a series of more doors.
Could be. In stark contrast to the outer chamber, this brightly lit room is exquisitely decorated. The floor is covered with fine woven rugs, and the ceiling bears an intricate mosaic depicting a summer sky dotted with fleecing clouds. Lush tapestries and shimmering curtains mask the walls, giving the room a warmth and comfort unlike the rest of the dungeon.
More
In the
wall
corner
rugs.
opposite the door stands a large bed, lavishly covered with fine blankets and a cushion. Beside the bed is a low table set with a buffet of cakes, nuts, and sweets. Across the room sits an oaken chest bound in brass.
Oh.
Check out the traps.
Give me a search check.
Dirty.
Oh, DC 19, you find a trap.
It was trapped.
Oh.
It seems like there's a fire trap on this, so you need a disabled device. If you fuck this up, though.
Disabled device, yeah, and I'll add my level to it as well. Once a day.
I'm not going to move. I'm going to move closer.
The DC is
27.
29. Can you make a reflex save, please?
God damn it.
DC 16.
Do I have to as well?
No, it's just those in the immediate vicinity.
Cool.
You take half damage as a fire trap just explodes around it, dealing
800
fire.
damage.
4 points of damage. As almost like a firework. Yeah,
So
take
was that
4
9?
points of damage. 4.
Why did you roll?
Oh no, I'm sorry, you didn't. Yeah, that's half. Is 4.
Oh, right, I see. I see.
I tend to roll the whole amount and then halve it from there.
Yeah. I thought you did it in a different order. I thought you rolled after you said 4, which confused me. Obviously not.
That's right. Anyway, inside you find a collection of odd unguents and ointments in fine stone jars.
Unguents.
Ointments.
About 300 gold pieces.
Jars.
Potential for when you're out of a dangerous environment, perhaps. 7 small gemstones worth 75 gold pieces each. And a silver necklace worth 675 gold pieces.
What weird amounts. Very irritating. So what was that? 675?
Yeah.
Plus 75 times...
Sorry, 375 for the small gemstones.
divided by 2.
So that's 1,050.
Say 525 each.
Yeah. And then, yes, a collection of unguents and ointments which you could use, potentially.
Wizards are full of tricks. Is there not something secret around? We know the wall rugs can hide things.
I can have a closer look if you like.
Let's
Can you
look
both
around
make
the
a
room.
will save, please?
Wills.
Is the art that bad?
17.
Apologies. 23.
Drast, yeah, you're analysing these pictures, but perhaps Spit takes a bit more fugue states to see things for what they actually are. These aren't pictures. This is a permanent image. This is a spell that was cast. And Spit Take, now you realise actually this room is bare. It seems as if all these enchantments are put on just to provide some vanity for the person who slept here. But what this room actually is a dull, boring, windowless room with a broken bed, trail rations, not a buffet, on a table. And that's it.
Are all the items we just like, and all the things that we've interacted with then are also...
Nope. All the items in the chest are real.
Oh, okay. They're actually like a dead rat.
One dead rat.
Yes.
2 dead rats.
That's a shame. I was looking forward to those cakes.
And does that mean that the walls and the dimensions of the room are still there? So it's not like hiding a secret passageway, it's just
There's
filled.
nothing hidden, it's just
Okay.
the stuff was here just for vanity.
Well, it looks like we've come to the end of the passageway. And it looks like the end of our exploration, Drast.
A very fine exploration and adventure I've had with you too, Spit Take.
Yes, there were times when I thought we would die, and then we did not. I'm still going to take a potion, though.
Yes, I might just heal another 23 as my last
You never know what
opportunistic
might
piety of the
happen.
day.
Yes.
And my single cure light wounds potion. If only I could roll this quicker.
That was the God of Slaughter again, wasn't it?
Arithmetic again.
Arithna was proud of
I
your
am
speedy
back to
dispatching.
full.
I dip it into the singed flesh of Burkett.
No, no.
You've got a calling for the god of slaughter there, Drast.
Yeah, it seems something of a favourite of his.
Surprise.
Oh no.
Where do you go?
Let's leave. We're finished. We did it.
You leave. Time to cash
We're
in on
done.
your bounty, or at least decide what you're going to do with your bounty. As you go past poor, charred Burkett.
There.
I was trying to go through the wrong door.
He's trying to go through the tiny door.
Yeah.
You take your time passing through the spinning corridor. Yes, are you going to pass back through the room?
Do you mind if I ride you one more time, Spit Take?
Let's do it like old times.
For old times' sake. It's like a jet ski across the...
Yeah, it's exactly what it is.
It's exactly what it is. As you pass over...
Who the fuck is that?
Oh.
as you take a few steps towards, just to back here.
Tell us where to step to.
I don't want to shout down the corridor, says the figure.
Oh, please, kindly come into range of a lightning bolt or a
The pile
fireball.
of bones that had previously blocked this now familiar intersection has been scattered about so that only a few blackened fragments poke up out of the water. Among these pieces stands a robed humanoid figure, its face concealed beneath a shadowy hood. Not thinking of leaving, are you? The figure says in a deep, rich voice. You've been so very entertaining that I just couldn't think of letting you go. Especially carrying those little collector's items of mine. And since you've eliminated all of their guardians, you'll simply have to stay and take their places. I'll have to ask you leave all your ridiculous weapons behind and let my servant Zonzin escort you to the indoctrination center. I'll be most disappointed if you cause trouble and force Zonzin to eliminate you. Don't worry. You'll like it here.
Spit Take's just going to start walking towards him.
Pause. At this point, looking at timings, either if you're both willing to keep going for a bit longer, we'll keep going. Otherwise, if time is of the issue, we'll have to pick up the final bit another week.
Depends how much time, I guess, doesn't it?
I'm happy to go another session if that I'm
it's worthy of another session, absolutely.
Yeah, I think it is. Yeah, personally, and also not much, but the quality creep is coming in again. Like I don't know if it's because it's hot in here, but that's why I had to refresh because it makes the video go a bit
too much fire breath.
Too much fire breath.
We'll say this. What we'll do is we'll pause at this pivotal moment, and then, depending what happens, we can go over some of the other information. For example, Black Razor, Wave. See what happens with that, and then we shall see. Maybe, depending what happens, we'll plan ahead for the next situation.
If we survive.
Okay.
If we survive.
Cool.
Well, with that,
Are you bringing us with you this time, are you?
no.
Or just leaving us to fend for ourselves?
It was an error. So, with 3 legacy weapons now in your possession, and a threatening invitation from one hooded figure, thoughts on the session? Odds, Dom, even Rob.
Oh, well, again, really enjoy it. Let's think. It's funny, isn't it, once you put like an encounter behind you, out of sight, out of mind, because going back into the Manticores was very different from going into them in the first place.
Yeah.
And it proved that actually the Manticores were probably the single most dangerous thing that we've fought in a while in here. So that was quite cool that gave us a run for our money at the beginning of the session. Again, I love the weapons in this, the legendary weapons, so I'm very keen to hear about Wave.
Yeah.
And most of all, sorry, not most of all. I'll save most of all to my closeout. I really liked the fact that we found that room of the wizards, or I'm assuming it's the wizards, and it's all enchanted out. And I was kind of like, oh, I guess that's the end of the adventure then. Like maybe Caractacus is actually part of a different adventure, and we'll run into him another day. So then to turn and face him at the end of the corridor there is, I'm guessing it's Caractacus anyway. So that was pretty awesome. And yeah, most of all, and this is definitely most of all, just once again, Spit Take and Drast having the best time. I liked talking about Spit Take and his mask because that actually had like a serious tone to it almost in a way. Like throughout the hilarity, there was like a little bit of like, oh god, what the fuck has happened to Spit Take that made him like this? So I enjoyed that, and I enjoyed the madness, and I'm very excited. Also, shout out to Arithnal, keeping a close eye on Drast.
The real MVP.
Yeah, Arithnal's on
Yes.
it. I love it. So yeah, that's my thoughts anyway. How about you, Dom?
Yeah, I absolutely loved that bit with Spit Take and his mask. I was sort of wondering is there anything wrong with his face? Is it the old classic of the man believes he's disfigured, but is he really? I'll be very intrigued to find out really what's happened as well to cause him such a condition.
Oh, it fell off.
Yeah.
So he says.
It fell off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I enjoyed each of the puzzles. I think some of them are weirdly much harder than others. I think the northern path is easily the hardest.
What the hell?
It's even close to the others. I'm not quite sure why, but it's fun. The crab was a beast, absolute beast. We were just lucky. We just lucked out, I think.
Another constrictor as well. Another one that grabs you and then just doesn't let us go and just crushes you.
Again,
It's in this massive room, but there's nowhere you can go.
No.
Like,
I will say this. That was every possibility, which is why I was checking with your line, that any risk that touches that membrane of water and you're basically all dead, because the water would have come rushing in. Hot volcanic water. If you hadn't drowned, you would have been cooked alive. That's why there were 3 iron flange doors. That was the fail-safe for the whole dungeon.
Oh my god, and we're just wandering wildly through them. Open the airlock.
Like, one missed attack, one breath weapon going 5 feet too many. Even the crab, if it got wrong, could have killed you all. That is the most dangerous route.
Oh my god, that's insane. We just lucked that out of that. Oh my god.
yeah.
And it's not, if you puncture that, it's not minutes, that's seconds.
Instant kill, basically.
D4 of
Boiling
how many
hot.
rounds you have. And that's why it was those checks on the metal door, because even if you got to the door, there's no guarantee you would have had the strength to swing it open. But never happened.
Especially for what? Yeah, just as ever, like Rob was saying, Drast and Spit Take, just such fun to play around with.
It's so fun.
Chatter and just come up with shit off the cuff.
Yeah.
They're absolutely brilliant. And again, characters we never probably would have had in typical circumstances, which I think is testament to the random nature and the chaotic nature of doing everything by the dice, and just embracing that all character creation. As those of you who've been with us from the start, everything's rolled randomly, race, class, all stats. Everything I roll is public, and trying to embrace the random. For example, your opportunistic piety. Let's see where you're pulling all your faith from. And it's just nice to see these such unique combinations, which I think is, this time around has come up with a fantastic pairing. Not since the Scourge have I found a pair so endearing.
They're like the
reasons.
they're the antithesis to the Scourge in a way, aren't they? Because they are both as equally chaotic, but are completely on the other end of the spectrum. They're just inquisitive, slightly. They are slightly disturbing in their own way. They are kind of weird. Like, you wouldn't want to be trapped with them, put it that way. But because you're not sure, but only because you're not sure what's going to happen, not because they mean you ill fortune. It's just that they just madness follows them. Like, they are chaos, but they're chaotic stupid, for want of a better word. but in a great way. Like, it doesn't feel like it's getting old, at least for me.
No,
I really, really adore them. I really do. And yeah. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Kudos to the idea of yeah. I know I mentioned it before, but I love the idea of you having the religious tokens of each god on a chain. I think that's such a cool idea. Because we do play in a setting that has many, many gods, so why wouldn't you appeal to as many as you could if you had
they can't all be checking that only worshipping.
Exactly, they can't keep tabs on everything. You're kind of like just nicking divine power, and
I
it's
imagine
great.
there's probably more, but that was just from the player's handbook that I was grabbing. I was like, I haven't got time to be going into
Yeah, for
your
sure.
Bahamut's and your blooby dooby doobs, whatever they're called, the Kuatoa god.
Oh yeah, the Kuatoa god, the god that their madness created, their own madness created their god, which is sick.
Blib Dul Pulp.
Yeah. What is that class where you're a divine caster that you nick? Is it the Archivist? You nick divine power off them. Do you remember we discussed that as a character concept, Mike?
Yes.
Ages ago.
Basically a cleric wizard.
Sort of.
Archivist.
You basically nick divine power. You're kind of like an agent of influence in pious circles, and you steal godlike power for yourself. Like, it's so cool.
There's two types. The Archivist is the class, which is a bit like a wizard, so they borrow power. Then the more evil version is the Priest.
That's right, yeah.
Deliberately steals both arcane and divine energies. They are very evil to each class, but they're also very powerful.
Yeah, sorry, anyway, to derail the conversation, any thoughts from you, Michael? And of course, very well run as usual. Very well run.
Well, I was concerned because...
Crab.
Yeah, and I'm just running it as per the book, and it's like, no, he's completely immune to mind affecting.
Yeah, that was savage. Oh.
And it's going to do... With two of you, it's going to do two things. It's going to grab and gun constrict. And I was just like, once they had both of you, I was like, oh god, it's just going to be attrition now to see if you outlive it.
Who kills each other first? Yeah, basically, yeah.
And worst case scenario, if it felt like you were a threat, it might have dropped Drast and then double constricted you, and then basically tried to wipe you out. But I was thinking, get you both, and then have itself a holiday. But no. One epic, possibly the most epic critical roll we've ever had.
There we go.
In terms of tipping the scales.
That is up there. That is up there with the Balor. The Balor like critting itself like in the confrontation against Valmane. And like there are stories about this. That I believe that critical, that one roll. It's exactly
only
the one
because we were using the added lethality, like that would have just been a relatively minor
damage. Yep, but it was rolled publicly. Oh my god, just unbelievable.
Yeah, I was concerned with the mantic. I was concerned at a lot of the combats.
Every combat.
And then you go into Burkett and Snarler, and you just sort of go, "Oh no, you're dead."
That's quite nice. So that's satisfying that there are some people we can just come along and murk.
You've got to have that sometimes.
Yeah, exactly. And it just is what it is. They were werewolves. I mean, not to be
One
smirked
was a
at.
werewolf.
Oh, okay.
The other was Snarler's lover.
And I was
just there for the good time.
I was working it out as well because I was like, moon. I was like, what the fuck? Why is a cram got to do with the moon? And I realised, well, he's part of the sea and he's guarding wave, and what waves are dictated by the moon. I was like, gotcha.
Yeah.
So that was quite cool as well to follow that logic. Well written. I enjoy it.
Yes, I have to say I was. I've been actually seeing the puzzles take shape because you can read about them all the time and you go, okay, I roughly see what's going on, but until you get the players in and you go, oh, that's that piece of the puzzle.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure you found with
Yeah.
the Citadel as well.
Yeah.
There's only so much of it you can plan for until you see how the players react and you go, oh, that's actually really lethal.
Yeah, nasty. And cool. Okay, well, there we are then. We have a surprise extra session for White Bloody Mountain, my goodness.
And I think we're not talking a full session's combat, but I think there's enough that we can, depending on the outcome, explore either some more of the lore. For example, you've got plenty to explore Black Razor, if you want to give that a shot.
Yeah.
Explore the concepts of wave.
I love that idea, yeah.
And we can wrap up some more of the roleplay elements along with deciding on what you're going to do with Well. Because
if we survive.
Yeah.
Because that was a weapon originally catered to 2 non-dwarves, and then you come back for the same party as 2 dwarves. I was like, oh. Okay. So,
yeah, well,
that's up to you.
Yeah, that works out because that's kind of what we did for Sunless Citadel, actually, because we started in the final battle for the last one we did a Sunless Citadel, so it's quite nice that it works out the same for this one. So,
and
yeah, look out for that.
If it all goes horribly wrong, well,
short session.
Do it all again.
Yeah.
We can use the time to explore new characters in preparation for another scenario.
Yes.
We shall see.
But lots of interesting stuff coming up. Anyway, sign us out. Let's go.
Well, I think we said it all. You know, like if we haven't already, like, subscribe, ring the bell, and all that's left to say, as we always do, is bone them rolls.
Bone them rolls.
I thought you were going to do a song there.
Ah.